Hey, chat, can you hear me? All right, no one can hear me. Welcome to SpeedGaming presents Jank restream of apathyduck and Osse. Looks like we got some technical difficulties right now. Bear with us. We're trying to find the restreamer, but hi. It's gonna be a great matchup. Apathyduck, Osse, semifinals. Looking forward to it. I'm Solski. I'm the guy that lost to Andy by gambling, even though I said in a podcast episode of SMZ3 not to gamble. That was terrible. And then Osse, apathyduck kind of just beat Andy afterwards. And now we're here. Anyways, we're going with both the uncle start. Just get some bombs out of the chest in the uncle chest. Funny enough, has anyone ever heard of the term plot armor before? It's a well-known recurring joke between runners and Andy about like him just finding impossible odds to basically just kind of beat their opponents. So Duck's comment after beating Andy, and I quote, guys, this is a direct quote: I guess plot armor doesn't cover the ass. It's probably the funniest comment I've ever seen on Race Time, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually accurate, but it's like double accurate to the whole plot armor. So I don't know if he's stealing it here and he's gonna just kind of use it against Osse again, because the double joke here, or the triple joke, I guess we're in 3 layers now, is that apathy beat Osse, basically kind of God vision the seed, and then he kind of beat Andy in the same fashion, right? Just had a really good run through it and had a great route. Still really good at the execution game, but you know what, it is what it is, kind of thing, right? So we do see Osse and I almost called apathyduck Astra. I can't believe it. We do see some divergence here. So Duck is going to do the Lost Woods checks here and is going to go to Kakariko. Osse actually doing what I call the Clown Deluxe here. He's going to go down to and then he's and then he's going to go ahead and check Desert Ledge and Agena. I really hate the Desert Scout. I don't like it. We were like fighting over this, guys, in during the 2v2 tournament. I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to desert. I'm just gonna go do Agena. And he's like, wait, you're not doing the desert ledge? I'm like, dude, you're walking there. It's like so slow. Why would I do that? And then Osse's like, yeah, but then it's like 2 checks. I'm like, yeah, but you can't get the other check. So it's just kind of like, a newlywed couple bickering. Why do anything Osse does? I didn't. That's why we won. Anyways, Osse following up with the Agena play. I think it's gonna go over to Sash here. Yeah, he's gonna go over to Sash. So I've seen this play from him as well. It's just like an early Sash play. He likes to kind of combo this into Eastern as well. So we see Duck getting grapple beam, I think. Everything's kind of pixelated on my end. It's really hard to see how small the monitor is, but and gets a wave beam there too. But yeah, so Osse actually really likes to just kind of go in to Eastern as well after Sash, but I think seeing a crystal there, he's probably gonna just pass on it. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think he's gonna go full deluxe and just go down to Social afterwards. I think he's gonna do Sash and Bail. That was the worst Sash cave I've ever seen. That's actually the worst. Maybe if it was green rupee single green, that would have been worse, but that was like a -5 out of 10. I've actually never been so mad looking at a cave with 3 chests. It's pretty bad. But yeah, I hope you guys are all having a great night, by the way. We're gonna be here for a bit. So Morph Ball on the bottle vendor. Sick. Early Morph. I think we have early peeps as well. I think I've seen 2 packs from Duck. So he's gonna have a really good luck. He's gonna good luck when he goes to SM. He's gonna have a lot of different options here. So You know, the very traditional, if you have like 10 power bombs, you can go through the West Side criteria into Bryn Star. He can go down retro first if he kind of wants to go full kind of meme. He also has like an early look at Wreck Ship if he wants to see WJ Cross. I guess Grapple. I guess he does have that in access, so it is in access or in logic for normal. And more power bombs from the sick kid there. So he has that, and he can also go down Red Tower. I think he's probably just going to go Bryn here, but we'll wait and see what he likes to what he'll like to do here. Yeah, I can't see him not going SM here. He might go Sash or not Sash, but he might go Shore. I don't with like 10 or 15 power bombs, I think he's just gonna go. I think he's just gonna go right down. The only way he won't go is if he doesn't have supers, but I think he has another pack. And then there's just more there in the library. That's crazy. There's only 50 power bombs in the game, and he already has like found 20. It's pretty stupid, guys. But yeah, let's see what he does here. He's just gonna he's gonna go in. So he's gonna stick around. And he's gonna kind of go into just do South Shore. Guys, I'm just calling it in the reinforcements. I'm just letting SpeedGaming know that as funny as this is, I kind of want them to properly crop it. How long until Apathy Duck tracks Morph Ball game? You're asking too much of Duck. So Duck has a big problem. Pog, we got it. Duck has a big problem with tracking. Legendarily known. I don't understand it why he does it, but it's like he actually just refuses. I honestly don't know why. It's worse when it's go mode. Like if he's like hits go mode and like his last 3 items aren't like tracked. It's crazy. I really like that the duck is in the camera, by the way, position. This is probably the best base game I've ever seen. I saw Slaughter's spring ball cam earlier. I thought that was amazing. This is actually better. Ross is gonna get his 9th power bomb back. Again, I guess this bombs nothing else. Duck does the clown deluxe too. Goes to Gina. He's gonna get Smasher. That's actually with 5 bombs. With Sash, right? Yeah, he's gonna. He's either gonna buy bombs with Sash, which makes more sense, or he's gonna buy bombs with it. He's probably just gonna carry that to Sash. Or just not buy bombs and just go to Sash. I think he's just gonna bail out. I'd be surprised if he goes Eastern with Morph early. Osse already mouthing off to himself. Why are there so many power bombs? I don't understand. What's going on here? I bet Duck's already in SM. Little does he know, he's not. He's actually going to the exact same cave of disappointment that you were at probably 4 minutes ago. Did Duck miss the bomb on the wall? That's actually funny. I'm gonna make fun of him later because of that, guys. Please remind me, chat, to make fun of him in the interview for that. All right, there's the asking. We're gonna see a reset here. He's not. Wow. Okay. Osse is gonna go to SM. He knows what's up. So Duck's now gonna go and buy bombs to commit to South Shore. He could do bomb escape after buying these bombs, but I think that's really conservative if he does that. Osse, I was right, does not have super. So 10 missiles, 15 power bombs, crazy. It's actually kind of risky to go down here without supers, but he doesn't really have anywhere else he can go. He can't go right because he doesn't have power bombs, or he doesn't have super, sorry. He doesn't have any kind of cam fly to get to ship keep, so he has to basically go this route 4 items, or he's going to like bomb Chorizo and like 230 missiles early, which is kind of a little bit of a... It's not as fast. So now I can kind of understand why Duck's doing this. All right. So yeah, I guess it is kind of riskier to go here without supers. But he has all Bryn reserve he can do in errata logic. So that's another 4 items. On top of the 2 he's gonna see back Gauntlet here. Alright, Duck making quick work of those Moldorms. By quick I mean he just killed them. There's your super pack. Alright, so Osse only found an E-tank and a missile pack in the back of Gauntlet here, and then Duck's found the supers, so he's gonna go to SM now. There it is. There's the reset. So this could be... It's not terrible, but Osse's gonna go... Okay, he's gonna route maybe to retro now. Interesting. I guess it makes sense, right? Because if you go down, there's risks that you might overcommit and not run into supers. I think that's astronomically low to have that, and we have Duck going right here with those soups. Is he gonna go early? He's gonna go early. Is he just peeking the moat though? Because he could just get the moat and leave. He's just gonna sit there on the pad too. Alright, well, he's gonna go in. This is kind of what I expected Duck to do. But I'm gonna be interested to see like what his commitment is on Wreck Ship. I'm not surprised Osse's not going because he can't. Lol. He's super locked right now. And he doesn't look happy about it either. This is the most frustrated I've probably ever seen Osse. I'm kidding, this is how he always looks. Alright, Duck's gonna get the ocean check. Just more missiles. There's no supers in this seed. Alright, he's gonna go back to South Shore. Alright. Alright, this makes a lot of sense, honestly. I'd be like, fire him, I'd be like, come on, man. Like, where are my supers at? He's gonna be relieved when he finally sees them, though. But maybe not relieved, because they were in South Shore. Duck about to approach spooky missiles, basically the only item check within Wreck Ship before you have to kill Fantoon. Has 2 E-tanks, gonna be in good shape for this. I think he's gonna be fine, like honestly. Like Wave. He doesn't have charge, he can't do X Factor. X Factor's overrated, guys. I know it's better. I know it's like guaranteed 2-phase. If you're good at it. But he doesn't have charge, so he can't do it. I'm overrated. Some might say yes, others might say no. It just depends on who you ask. Honestly, doing a bit of it. I've never seen that set up on Moldorm Cape before by going right to left like that. I've done it where I'll go to the right, but I'll like try to kill. What is that bomb height, dude? All right, so he's not happy, folks. Okay, so Link to the Past could just be stupid when it comes to like vertical variables with like bombs or pots. There's like a clip of me throwing a pot at the Myers switch at the back, and then because there's a slime dropping, it like messed up the variables and the pot went over the switch. I didn't even notice it didn't get hit. And that's kind of not really the same thing happening there with the bomb, but like sometimes when it does like a bounce and Moldorm's moving, it just like, it'll explode, be like right on top of him, but because of like where its variable is, it just like does not hit him. It's the stupidest thing I have to ever explain on this stream, but it's a thing that exists in the game, and Osse is the unfortunate benefactor of that knowledge. It's actually it's pretty funny too that it happened twice. By the way, Duck actually did get pretty decent Phantom kill there. Duck playing a dangerous game, not preparing for the mid-left 9th round. Or is it the nth round? Like, he's just gonna go on forever. I agree. Alright, so Osse's back in SM now. Let's see where he's gonna go. I don't think he's gonna go wreck ship here. I'd be surprised. Yeah, he's gonna refill here. He's gonna go back to win. Probably just gonna go back down term and just go for the regular. So we know he's already done Gauntlet, 230 and bomb. Oh, okay. All right, I'm game, guys. I'm game. Duck not finding anything in wreck ship, by the way, so far. Osse also prepping for power bomb, so he's gonna go ahead and go in. He has grapple selected. Again, could just mean that they're going for the item, but typically you wouldn't select grapple if you're just gonna get the item. You don't normally just jump there. Wreck ship empty. You know what? Sometimes it has all the goods at the back, but most times it's like empty. Sometimes. Duck using his last super there. That's actually pretty brave. Maybe would have spent my missiles, but that's okay. There's farm spots for supers. The problem with using the last super there is now he can't get the mountain item. So he needs a super farm for that. And there is positions for the super farm, but he won't be able to get it natively now. Which is probably why he didn't want to spend that. Ivan pointing out in chat he didn't open up the door. Why? Okay, so guys, I think apathyduck has actually stolen Andy's plot armor here. Getting the free supers at the back. Because as Ivan's pointed out, he hasn't killed all... I guess he hasn't opened the left side door. He doesn't know this yet. He doesn't know it. Watch the duck's reaction. What, man? What? The duck is actually a visual representation of what's going on right now. So he's gonna have to go back and kill everything here. That's really unfortunate. It's gonna take a while. He's gonna use power bombs. You're actually smart, but I would have used it maybe a little closer to the door. Meanwhile, Osse's setting up for his Phantom fight. Should be a no-brainer for him. 4 E-tanks. Gonna enjoy much more comfort throughout this fight. 25 missiles as well, so has a lot more ammo. Doesn't have to worry about farms. Misses the first eye opening. I'll be, everyone can confirm me on this. Phantom just sucks a lot of the time. It's not so much Phantom, but it's the it's more the flames. We see flippers there in the mountain missile. I think he scouted that earlier, but I wasn't sure. But now he has to do like the worst check in the game, and it's like Tripperville, so he has to ride these trippers. He's gonna try and go for the wall jump off the second tripper to speed this up, but it's a really hard wall jump. I hate this wall jump, it sucks. Blue Flames continuing to lame Osse. He gets the wall jump there, really nicely done. So he's gonna save himself a lot of time on that sky missile check. Just gets missiles. Vanilla. Yeah, they're, because they're moving, right? So it's like you have a wall jump, but then it moves so you don't have a wall jump anymore. If that makes sense. You just have to hit A, like, when you're actually in position for a wall jump. But it's continually moving, so... when you're there, it's probably a wall jump, but when you hit A, it's not a wall jump anymore. It's just the worst. I gotta be careful here with 3 E-tanks. I've seen the Zadix. Electing not to do grapple. See, there... there it is. The triple hit dream. He's got an energy tank and 97 energy. He's fine. There's no issues with this attic. I was actually just memeing about his attic, but then I kind of laughed a little bit there when he fell. Because I can. Again, nothing in the mid part of there. So we just have the flippers then. God, does he make the play to go back and check flips now? Probably not. I think it's kind of stupid now that I think of it, but he could do it. I think if you have boots, it would probably be better, or a flute. Osse also... Oh no, Osse's gonna save. He's gonna check the E-tank. Okay. I was gonna say, Osse also skipping that E-tank. That's a risky business. In fact, I kind of prefer when one of the runners at least will check it, so I know that the other one is either a god or an idiot for either getting or missing it. We're gonna see the scout there for Duck. Kind of misses the bomb jump, unfortunately, but he's gonna be able to wall jump back up. And just grain rupee, so he's saying see you later. Osse also just like not even having an issue with that sponge bath. I didn't even see him do it, but I assume he just did the power bomb boost over and just kind of got it first try easy. That's Osse 101, guys. That's my teammate right there. Heart of the champion. Sees a heart actually there on the wreck ship E-tank. Not gonna grab it. Don't blame him. Waste of time. So yeah, just the flippers. Important item, potentially. If Swamp's a crystal, we're gonna need those flippers. If it's not, rip. Our runner's gonna feel a little bit bad about it, but it's okay. Duck's gonna head on over to Red Tower now. The usual follow-up past wreck ship. It's gonna go ahead and check out this Red Tower area for 3 items. Has Grapple will be able to chain in X-Ray as well in logic. And then has the option to either backdoor the gates into Brinstar, or just continue down Red Tower. He'll probably just continue down Red Tower, and Osse will probably do the same play here, guys, just because it's a lot of time to kind of walk there. If you have like speed and space, maybe it's not so bad, but it's a lot of time. Osse skipped right side attic. That's my boy. Right side attic sucks. It never has anything, but I always check it because I'm an idiot. Moon Pearl there on the back of Alpha Peeps. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So we have Flippers and Moon Pearl. So when I see Flippers and Moon Pearl, I'm starting to immediately think maybe Meridia Dark World Access is going to come into play here. We still need, you know, speed and gravity for that to come into play and be in logic. It's not hard mode, so we can't rely on ice clip to get through, but with speed it will be in logic. If they do get ice, then you know, maybe they just go, but that option is developing here. That's the first thing that comes to mind when I see those flips and Moon Pearl there. Duck, of course, going into this X-ray now. Guys, this has been a crazy tournament so far, hasn't it? I guess that's like part of it's like best of one. But also just SGL is like a really fast one. So there's not a lot of like prep or anything. There's not a lot of we see a sword there at X-Ray. Not a lot of like turnover on the races. Like it's just basically, all right, I'm just going to my next match right now past that group phase, right? So and just like a tremendous amount of good talent in there in the you know, not even just in the brackets, but also in the groups as well. You know, we've seen like upsets, like, you know, Andy beating Solsky. That was incredible to witness firsthand. Upset of the tournament. I felt bad about that for like an hour, and then it was fine. And the only reason I felt bad was because it was like my first time I didn't make like top 8. So I didn't feel that bad. Yep, so Duck's gonna elect to kind of just continue on to Spazer and Kraid. I'm gonna assume Kraid. I don't think there's any universe he doesn't do Kraid here. What just happened? What? Did anyone else see that? Wait a minute. What just happened? That is some frame perfect. Yeah, that is like frame perfect there. It has to be. And then the best part is he just falls because he doesn't know what happened. He's like, wait, what? Because he's prepping for the wall jump. That's actually funny. Okay. So that's a thing that can happen in Super Metroid. It's just he's like, oops, I'm supposed to fall here. My apologies, guys. Let me just go correct this now. That is like the most duck-like thing I've seen probably all year. That was perfect. So yeah, gonna go ahead and do create. Again, it's kind of a no-brainer route here just because you already are committing to that Spazer X-ray onward down. You could take the elevator down, but there's like no reason to skip the boss here. It's free, requires very light, you know, ammo counts and progressionary items. Basically just morph and like can bomb block or can destroy bomb block, which is like morph bombs or power bombs. And he has enough. He has the ammo counts to really just take care of pretty quickly and hopefully see a quick kill. If he doesn't, it's gonna be the second thing I make fun of him in the interview. And Osse isn't too far behind. He's going to be there in about a couple minutes here. Gets the quick kill. Nice, nice. And not a lot of items to start. 2 bosses, though, at 26 minutes. That's a pretty good start. Again, Osse's not going to be too far behind. Gets through X-ray a little bit quicker there with that bounce strat morph. I really like that strat there. I'm gonna have to work that into my repertoire, as it's, I guess, said. Repertoire. I have never seen... I have commentated many races, guys. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use the energy refill here. And then the missile refill! I think... Are we in Turian, guys? Like, is this Turian? I've never seen someone use it. I'm not saying it's bad. I mean, his ammo count was bad. His health was bad. I've just never seen it used there. Maybe like once? Maybe he just wants the name after him. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he just wants the name after. You know, Sloters and Nutella have their own like refill room names. AKA Nutty. Maybe Duck just wants his Duck refill. That's how Nutella got his, guys. So Nutella's story, his words. Oh no, Osse doesn't get the frame perfect roll. Unfortunate. Nutella's story, quote unquote. Yo, I thought it was unfair that Sloters had his room named after him, like a refill. So I just started calling it Nutella's refill, and then everyone else followed. That's actually the story. That's it. As told by him on his stream. Now, is there anything else that he might not be telling us and guarding us against? Possibly. But I'm just gonna take his word for it. Alright, nothing in high jump. Kind of gross. We're gonna have mountain access though. We'll probably see both runners utilize that and just kind of go ahead and save the old man. Not in logic without that lamp, but you know, if you don't do it now, you're gonna have to come back down here for mountain access unless they get like a flute or glove. We see Ice Beam there on the Croc Escape. Kind of a gross location for it, but it's nice that you know where it is. Like, you always want Ice Beam in SMZ3. Ice Beam can actually help you out in a couple of different situations to kind of get through areas of the game a little bit easier. One of which we already kind of talked about, you know, was the Botwoon Ice Clip. Instead of having speed to get through Meridia, you just Ice Clip there. Duck, what are you? Oh, he's saved. He's gonna do Ice Crumble. Okay, he stole this strat from me. I'm proud of him. But it can also get you through like other areas of the game, like Bubble Mountain's a good place to kind of talk about where Ice Beam can freeze those waivers so you can use them as platforms and get through a little bit easier. But it's also more importantly used for the Zebs, so you can do the Zeb skip that just saves a lot of ammunition. That might be critical to save within the end game here. This man acting like he invented save stations. I'm sorry, I'm just not used to a Super Metroid runner using a save station. And that's also a double joke to Duck because of the, I don't know if you guys saw that one race. where both runners either soft locked or died. But it was pretty amusing. Not so much that they died, it was just a really... I don't think I've ever seen a double race before. Where they raced the game twice, basically. I think it's more of the save station. The reason why I use the save station, Ivan, is because it's faster to get back out. So if you go to crumble and ice is nothing, then you just reset and you're already back to this warp here. And then you don't have to worry about the powerbomb floor, you don't have to worry about the morph tunnel. Like, you're just basically back there faster. It's great for a safety too, like I agree there, but it's more like a vessel for speed kind of thing to get you through a little bit quicker. Now, it sucks if there's something there, you just wasted your time, but I guess you do have the safety save. Just bombs and spec rocks and nothing to speak of there. This seed is really empty, so Brinstar's gonna have, like, everything. Or almost nothing, I don't know. It's crazy that it's only, like, Morph Pearl flips. And then I guess the sword, and then Bombos is there just to be friendly. Okay, so Osse gonna check the Croc escape item as well. Sees this ice. Isn't happy about it. I wouldn't be either. I kind of don't like seeing ice there. Because then it's basically, now I gotta commit time to going around Croc area. And if I've already done Ice Crumble, which it looks like Osse's gonna stop for, then I'm already kind of committed now to maybe doing Croc. Otherwise, I'm just going down for basically ice. And then that's really becomes a question of, like, is it worth the time? How's your ammo looking, right? So, but yeah, gonna do a similar step to Here's Duck. Just kind of go through that save and go through Ice Crumble there. Duck, meanwhile, gonna lean on these flippers. Gonna go ahead and check the Hobo and probably gonna go to Zord area next. Yeah, I really do like the flipper stuff too, just because it's pass morph. And he gets a nice clean look at that. He doesn't really have too much else to do other than Bryn. But also, if he spikes something like Speed, he's going to look like a rando hero, because then he's going to have Waterway and Brinstar locked in on one shot. I wouldn't be surprised to see something like Gravity here again to speak to the Flipper Pearl stuff, but we'll see. We get a bow. Interesting item, because it is a Crystal Eastern, so now Duck actually has other options available to him now. Could have been just, you know, going to Brinstar. Now he has Eastern available. I wonder which one he's gonna pick. Alright, just 5 rupees and missiles from the waterfall cave. Gross. Slightly upgraded package from the Sash Cave. And just like 20 bucks on the Zor Ledge. Okay, let's see what Zor has. Garbage. Okay. Just a heart piece. Let's go back to Link the Bastard. Does he do escape? No, he's just gonna go for the portal. Okay. He hasn't done Gauntlet yet. I'm kind of surprised. He's going for Eastern. That's what he's going for. Okay, yeah. I guess the bow, yep. Osse maybe following suit here. Let's see. Yeah, he's gonna go to the right side as well. So he's gonna go and follow. Chase these flippers. He's gonna like what he sees there with that bow. Meanwhile, Duck chasing the bow. The problem with chasing the bow here is he doesn't have lamp. So while Lamp could be somewhere like Brinstar to give him progressionary access to, you know, the bow locked Armos Knights that might have items. Most of Eastern's like open without like any items basically, so it'll be interesting to see what items end up being here and where they're placed. More importantly, sees the stun pack as a bomb here. That's a pretty good scout. Already has the boomerang equipped. Might as well. I hate bomb stun pack. I don't know about you guys, but bomb stun pack is good for exactly the first 2 minutes. And then you hate it. And we see a sword here in the early first cannonball chest in Eastern. Or should I say the first chest in Eastern, because there's no more cannonball chests. Cannonball chest 2. What? They saw a cape. Where was the cape? I missed that. All right, cape was checks notes. I have no idea. I guess we'll just like find out when they go to it. Yeah. Oh, it's bomb Frieza. Okay. The old adage of Link to the Past, you have Master Sword and Cape. It's typically AGA access, or AGA required. I'm gonna say that's probably not gonna happen here, but we'll see like how the items kind of flow for these guys. A shovel in the Eastern big chest. I think that's the 3rd item. Yep, that was the 3rd item. So that bow only gets him the crystal. He's gonna be happy with the crystal here. And Osse's gonna essentially just follow suit here. It's gonna help him out, but it's not gonna get him that extra item. So he does get the shovel out of it. Probably chases shovel, and then has option to either escape or Bryn. I think at this point, with having the Master Sword and a Pearl, probably just pivots to Bryn. For Osse, like he has knowledge of the cape. I don't think Osse does escape just on principle that he knows, like he has the cape now. So he knows that he might have to come here for Aga. I might as well just do it and do Castle, Hyrule Castle at the same time, and just save some travel time. I don't think he'll dive it without a lamp or a fire rod anyways, either of them. I don't think either of them are that comfortable with like full dark Aga. Osse's done it, but I don't know with like this little low here if he does it. Duck, please. Is this real life? All right, so we're watching the the secondary tournament for SMZ3, apathyduck and Osse. Duck, unfortunately, forgetting to pick up arrows here, and is gonna have to slash this Armos Knight, I believe, 16 times. It's almost killed him. That's gotta sting. Still ahead of Osse, though. Still ahead. Osse has done, like, Gauntlet and Bomb Tree Zone 230, though, so I guess they're kind of even now at this point, but I don't know. Let's see what Duck does next. Just needs to walk out a few more stairs before he gets that S&Q. He's gonna go to... Yeah, I think he's gonna make the escape play here. Oh no, the shovel. That's right. He's gonna go and dig. You know, if I were Duck, I would start digging now to see if I can get some arrows. He could use them right now, so... But he doesn't do it. He can't dig him here, because the only spot that has a dig is this item right here. And he gets a spring ball. Interesting item to find there. Spring ball, while not in logic, can get these guys norfair access through Bubble Mountain if they want to Hell Run and avoid like either Aghanim or like a Suitless Meridia situation. Well, I guess Springball would give them part of a Suitless Meridia situation anyways, but no one wants to do Suitless Meridia normal mode. Are you kidding me? That's why people play normal mode. Yeah, I probably just like it on the principle that's a great movement item. There's a lot of cool tech you can do with that Spring Ball. Very jank, but really well used in the right pair of hands. Osse not running out of arrows here. Unexpectedly. MM2 hates it because he doesn't like to go fast. True. Oh, there it is, guys. He skips the arrows. He doesn't have any arrows. Why is he skipping those? What is this real life? Oh my lord, guys. He probably already forgot about it. All right, well, Osse's gonna follow suit again and just kind of go ahead and check in the shovel. Gonna get that spring ball. Again, I'm gonna stress that he does have the cape. It's not, you know, his position on the tracker, but he'll be able to just kind of, I think, make a more informed decision not to go to escape here, knowing that he has that cape, and probably just chases down Bryn. There's just too many items in Bryn. Like in Retro and Green and Pink Bryn combined, there's like 14 items now still at their disposal, in or out of logic, so there's like no way he's gonna skip that. Surprised he's not taking the refill there, just so he can get more power bombs for Bryn. That way he won't have to farm, but it's fine. Does he go down red? No, he's not going to go down retro. Okay. Duck breaking logic here, going to Brinstar Reserve. So that area of the game requires Speed Booster. So if they get any progression here, they know Speed Booster unlocks it. And we see a mirror. So Duck knows that Speed Booster locked. Whether or not that information is relevant, we don't know yet. But it's just a tidbit of information that himself and Osse are going to have in the back of their minds here. So the only item here that is not Speed Booster locked is that Crumble Bridge item that, you know, we skipped by. It was like a blue rapier or missile pack. I don't think we saw any supers at Bryn Reserve, so that was a really good call from Osse to bail on going down to Bryn here. Because if he does, we're going to see this green door here. Osse wouldn't have been able to open that up and check that item. It's Osse going to pick up his mirror as well. Duck, meanwhile, farming a little bit of these little facehugger dudes. I always forget their real name. I just call them facehuggers. They're like the ones from Alien, you know, the ones that goes. It's a pretty similar noise. Yeah, the one in Edikun. Not the one at Bryn Reserve, the one at Edikun, yeah. Because if he goes to Bryn Reserve and there's nothing there, then he has to go. Well, he doesn't have to go, but he's going to Edikun's for only 2 of 3 items. And that's like a big feels bad. Like, if you have to leave that door there, that's an awful feeling. In full rando, at least, but yeah. Since this is full rando, yeah, I would just never want to miss this. It'd be funny if like supers were here too. Nah. So like more to that, you know, there's a super block required here to get Mission Impossible's item. There's a super to get out of Pink Bryn. There's a super to get through to Sports Spawn. So it's like a lot of heavy requirements. Supers locked behind supers, cool. So it could have been a really bad situation, but it was a good, smart decision to say, you know what, let's go back to Link to the Past and see what we can kind of scrounge up. Duck, meanwhile, gonna head on over to this early super. Does a bit of a different setup than I like to. He goes a lot closer to the wall here. I kind of do it a little bit of a... I don't know if it's like a newer way to do it or an older way to do it, but like just use that little mushroom there where he uses the stem. And more supers locked behind supers. I guess you could just do spore spawn for those supers if you want, but like, no. Never do it. Okay, so we see Wavegate here. Wavegate actually in logic because, you know, they have wave. Hard requirement for this room in normal mode. There are tech situations where they can use supers to get around it. And we see a lamp here at the Wavegate. All right, so yeah. Now we're at a crossroads here. Our runners are going to have to decide, depending on what's in retro, if they want to break logic and go through norfair, or if they're going to go and chase Dark Aghanim, or not Dark Aghanim. Why am I saying that? They have a lamp to chase Aga. And we see a glove here as well. They do have the option to go to Hera as well now, too, because they do have that that mirror. Hera being a pendant dungeon, though, a bit of a stretch. IMO. Bit of a stretch. I mean, they have Spring Ball and they have CF ammo. I would probably do norfair here, honestly. If you're asking, if I'm going to speak honestly, I'm probably thinking norfair. Entering retro here. There could be a suit. A suit could pop here at any time. We could run into a hammer, right? So it could nullify all that, but like, that's where my mind's going. And I haven't even found, like, if I'm in Duck's case, I haven't even found, like, a tempered or a cape yet to say, yeah, oh yeah, it's Aga. It's kind of, I guess it's kind of anecdotal to think that, but it's just, it happens so often. Just more supers. Yep, they have back of escape now with the glove. Zora's now in logic, but it was in logic with the flippers. Osse's almost caught up to Duck. I just want to point that out. Osse's almost caught up to Duck now. So Osse actually did Gauntlet earlier in the seed. So he did it like way before Duck did. He did Gauntlet 230 and Bomb Trezo. So he's actually probably going to catch up to Duck by the time they both enter the warp. Because Duck's going to have to go up north more. And Osse's already done it. And he's already done 230, so it's basically straight to the warp. So yeah, we have a glove, we have a lamp now from this, we have a mirror out of logic. I think where the runners' heads are gonna go is, I think Ivan's right. I think it's gonna be back 3. This is the very first place they're gonna look at. They could try to stay logic here and go Hera. They out of logic and go Hera. They could stay in logic and go escape. I think honestly, like, again, the good-looking play here is norfair, but it's a little tight. They don't have a lot of energy to work with, but they do have a lot of ammo for crystal flashes, and that's a big factor. It's a little slower, but do I want to do Aga when I might not want to? Like, you could run into a hammer or glove there. It's happened. I'll have to wait and see. Duck electing not to scout the shaft supers. Proper strategy here. I hate that scout. It's like the desert walk to desert ledge plus. I hate that. Fun recurring story I always like to tell. So, Lack was in my stream one day. And he was asking, we were chit-chatting for a bit, and he was asking me, he's like, so Solsky, do you like to check like shaft supers? And I was just like, nah, man, it's a terrible check. If you don't have speed, don't do it. It's a waste of time. Yada, yada, yada. So he's like, oh, okay, cool, man, thanks. So the very next day, he has a tournament race, guys, and wouldn't you believe it, he doesn't scout it, his opponent does, and his go mode's in shaft supers, and he loses. I felt terrible, guys. I actually felt bad. I mean, he did the right thing, and it just kind of bit him, right? So that's how the rando works. They're duck seeing that cape, probably sniffing the Aga play now too. Osse gonna go ahead and go to that back three. So again, yeah, not having to do Gauntlet again or 230 or GT, catching him up. It'll be interesting to see what's in these 3 items and Dark Cross as well, just because we do have that lamp now. I don't like going to Dark Cross from here. Okay, good. I was gonna say. Osse. Osse. Don't do this, dude. He did it. So, yeah. Small key is going to be either in Dark Cross or in the first test of escape here. Osse going to go ahead to escape now. Probably looking to pair this with Aga, I would think. The amount of our forced Aga pet seeds in this tournament is alarmingly high. I would actually agree. It's definitely not rigged. It's definitely PRNG. This is actually a problem for the last. You remember that 2018 tournament where like Misery Meyer had like always had progression, and then I skipped it and had Vary and I lost. And then Hitaka went in the Discord and was like, "This is like brutal, man. It's like 6 seasons in a row where this has had something." And then Total investigated and it was actually a problem. Maybe it's happening again. I don't even like talking about that dungeon anymore. Misery Mire. God. It's misery, alright. Duck's gonna go ahead here to Hera. I don't know if I like the play. If I'm gonna be honest, guys, I don't know if I like it. I get what he's thinking. If he hits something here, that's great. It's just, it's a pendant commitment. So he's going all the way to Moldorm regardless. It's this green pendant. He's gonna want to strike a hookshot or a hammer here for sure. I guess Dark World Access would be great. A suit would be amazing, actually. A suit would be so good. He gets a Spazer Beam. It's the worst item in the game. Yeah, Stash was talking about, MM2 hating Spring Ball. I hate Spazer. It's terrible. Never does what it's supposed to do. Osse gonna go for Aga here. I think it's the right call. I want to say very conservative. The Osse I know probably would like to do norfair here, but knows, you know what? I'm in the semis. I'm just gonna lean on it and just go, you know what? This is the proper play. It's in logic. He's actually pretty big into logic plays like this. Again, during 2v2s, we got a couple arguments once where it was like, he was like, yeah, no, we got to play in logic. And I agreed with him in a couple of instances and disagreed with him in a couple of others. But he's always kind of doing that balance, right? Where you would just kind of bounce it off and say, you know what, this isn't logic. This is where the C wants me to go. To his credit, it's not hard mode, so Spring Ball's not going to put it in logic, but he could run into a Varia or could run into gravity past Aga here. Having Glove Flipper is not the best Aga potential, right? Like, because you can go to Quake Fish, you can get Pyramids item, and you can go to Pod. That is it right now. You can't do anything else. You could go to Meridian, but again, without gravity, it's not in logic. And they can Spring Ball jump to get around it, but Suitless Meridia at 54 minutes in, it's already 54 minutes. Crazy. Probably not the best idea. They're not even an hour in. They already have in Duck's case, they have 2 dungeons done and 2 bosses. But 2 bosses and a crystal heading into like an hour is like great. It's great pacing. Alright, Osse having to use that bottle there. That's unfortunate. Probably the right call. I think he was on 1 heart left. There are heart pots in here, but this room could hit you if, like, things go wrong with either the bats or the right guard. Just a very conservative play. Not gonna go ahead and check in this green pendant. I didn't see anything from Hera. Just gets the bomb upgrade. Okay, so where does he go next? Okay, he's gonna go to Ag as well. I'd be surprised if he went to norfair at this point, just going and selecting Hera instead. Because then I feel like that's just really digging in and trying to say, you know what, I'm gonna let it ride now, all in this one play at 54 minutes. And I think that's the right play, just not to kind of go too far in and chase it, even though you can do it. But to try and go through the logic play, which is going to be escape into Aga here. There's a nifty little angle hit there from Osse. Basically controlling Aga's warp pattern a little bit and getting it as close to the top of the stream as possible. Pretty clever use of the mechanic there. I know you want to keep them as center to the room as possible just to get like faster warp patterns. Gross pendants, by the way. Pod is a pendant as well, which is both good and bad for their situation. So just arrows on the pyramid. So yeah, Osse now has the choice of either, again, going right up the Quakefish for 1 item or going to pod. I honestly like going to Quakefish here. You know, it sounds like it sucks, but I've had it so many instances where, like, I've had hammer there. And it's just been like, oh, this is great. I've had a bow there before going to pod. Like, pod, though, is just... You already have the bow. It's minimum 4 items. He's gonna find something here. Maybe. If the game just wants to be trash and puts it at Quakefish, then, you know what? It's gonna be like that, but... This is the right one. I'd probably just do the wrong call instead. Duck looking frazzled through this escape, watching his cam. He's continually in a surprise state. Osse, meanwhile, being very stoic. Also appears to be in lore norfair. We're not going to talk about that, but again, every time I see that gif, it just cracks me up, though. Alright, so Osse's kind of in the entry portion of pods, so it's a good time to talk about pod logic. So in SMZ3, it's kind of a V29 construct, I guess a rewrite, whatever you want to call it now. And what that means is, for those familiar with Link to the Past now versus how it used to be, basically, the way it works is the front of pod has to have 4 keys. But kind of an older thing that was carried over to SMZ3 is the right side of pod always had to have a small key. So Osse running into, I believe, 3 keys now. knows that there's going to be a small key on that right side guaranteed. So he's going to see that item here. He knows his fourth key is going to be on that right side. Dabs a little there just to signify that, you know what, I know my fourth key is here. And is going to go ahead and go chase it. He'll have to mirror because he doesn't have a hammer. Might get a hammer here, who knows. But he's going to want that key anyways, just so he can finish off the remainder of the checks. He could probably just leave it there and hope that there's not an item here, but there could be a big key here. So yeah, it makes sense to kind of go through this way. And if it's only 2 and I miscount it, then he's going to go ahead and... No, it has to be 3 because you opened up the other... You opened up 2 key doors. Yeah, so the big key is here. Yeah, so he made the right call. You don't know if you made the right call until you actually see it. Because the big key could be in the back as well. But he's going to be happy that he doesn't have to do right and then go back up for that big chest. Alright, so Duck finishing off with his Aga Tower climb and his Aga fight. Gonna check out this pyramid, and we're gonna have to kind of keep an eye on him to see if he goes for Quickfish or if he decides to go into pod. Was that 0 blue balls? It's the plot armor. What I just tell you? You stole it off of Andy. It's kind of like Mega Man X, you know, or Mega Man game when you like defeat the boss, the robot boss, and you just like steal their power. That was the power he stole off of Andy. He could have stole hovering, but he stole plot armor instead. Honestly, good call. Oh, baby. Alright, so that's pretty cool. So we see a gravity suit there on Osse's screen. So that's in the Dark Maze and pod. So gravity suit's going to open up a lot here. And there's also 2 styles of them that go through. And Osse's and Doc are pretty smart players of this game. They're going to understand, hey, cool, I just got that gravity. I'm going to just go ahead and swim on over to the Meridia Portal Warp that's in the bottom right map of Hyrule in Dark World. And actually just going to S and Q? That's why he's going to S and Q, because Ago's killed. That's right, that's right. Smart. It's going to save even more time. Okay. He's going to go on over now to the warp. Might just do the Quakefish play as well while they're there, but you could elect just to swim into Meridia now. And it's great because they don't have speed, which would get them through the top portion through Bot's Womb. And with that warp, he's going to actually be able to just get to, you know, Dragon and do basically all Meridia anyways. Minus, I believe, Plasma. Shack Tool's also not in Logic yet. They do need Space Jump for that, so... Let's go ahead and buy a red potion. Pretty smart. In the neighborhood, why not? Gonna go over to Quakefish as well. Meanwhile, Duck making his way through pod decides to skip a couple chests here. Gonna get this small key. Probably gonna route similar to Osse and just kind of go ahead and check this chest here. Yeah, he's not gonna drop down. He's gonna go ahead and check the vanilla big key chest and continue on his way through pod. It's like one of my favorite checks in the game. It's just missiles. Duck making a point to maintain and refill his arrows now. Good. Good. Our Osse now in Meridian. Probably just goes to Dragon here. So you can either go to Botun or straight to Dre. I think straight to Dre just makes the most sense because you're going to be able to get Precious along the way. It's actually not in logic, believe it or not. It's in logic to get there. It's not in logic to defeat Dragon. So Precious in logic with that grapple beam is not in logic with without high jump. No, without high jump, without space or speed, I believe it is. Speed high jump. Oh, that's nice. Plasma beam, cool. Gotta be happy about that. Doesn't have charge though, kind of sucks, but he does have that grapple beam. We'll be able to get a quick kill here by destroying these tournament turrets. You want to destroy the turrets anyways because they'll shoot these little plasma balls. But really neat mechanic here is that they're going to be able to grapple on those plasma turrets and basically electrify Dragon. Which I'm happy about because Dragon's literally the worst boss in the game. I hate him so much. Actually terrible. Oh, and we see another suit. Varia at Dre. So we don't have logical access to Dragon yet. Quote unquote, I guess you could say. But Osse gonna be able to just kind of do a really simple trick called the suitless gravity jump, where he just kind of desuits during a jump and run mechanic. And Menus turns it back on, and he's basically gotten all this crazy jump height. Because it kind of like fluctuates your physics through like in water. With gravity, it's like normal movement physics, but you don't have a suit. It's like everything moves very slow. So all of a sudden you have this like really fast momentum going on. With the suit, you turn that off, and now you're just kind of like flying through the water. Also interesting to note, has Plasma Beam now, could actually go and check Plasma. Has Spring Ball Jump to get out, again not in logic, but the option is available. See an Ice Rod there in Botwoon, post Botwoon the tank. Really nice because we're going to need that for TR. Ice Rod sucks, like it's so good to get early. Using some really nice Spring Ball tech here to kind of get through the room a little bit quick. Gonna go ahead and save first. He's gonna scout first. Okay. Elects not to save to do the snail clip here. So this is another neat trick where you can align the snail to a certain position. He likes to do on the right side as well. The problem is he hasn't saved, and you can soft lock here. So he's got to be careful. Doesn't get it there. He's gonna have to wait for the next lineup. He's not gonna be able to get it. Yeah, he's gonna have to wait. It'll look good, but like the difference, I think Wild said once, the difference between high jump and non-high jump is like high jump you get like 2 to 6 frames, and high jump is like 1 to 2. Gets a flute as a reward too. That's really nice. So speed's actually required for that item. So now we have flute and mirror locked behind speed here. And I guess maybe by extension that Varia as well, which is kind of crazy. Osse gonna go, or Osse, as they're gonna go ahead here and check Ice Rock Cave, a very rare combo check before heading into Meridia. Would have been funny if a hammer was there, honestly. Oh, I did it again where I called apathyduck Asder. That's actually a compliment. Nice tight mitts in the sandpit there. It's a compliment for Duck. It really degrades Asder's value. I'm sorry, Asder. My bad. I'll be better next time. Osse gonna go ahead and do a shot. Interesting. So it's not in logic. You can do it through a variety of different ways. I like this setup here when I don't have don't have any kind of movement items other than spring ball. You can either spring ball jump or you can just do a gravity jump there. A lot tougher of a gravity jump without high jump. But with high jump, you don't really even need to do a gravity jump. You can also set up for like a wall jump D-suit as well into a gravity jump, but that one's probably the... I don't want to say it's the easiest. I just like it because you're lined up with the pit better. Like, the pit's a pain in the ass to get through, right? Whereas now you're just lined up to it. You just have to worry about the jump and the D-suit time. It's really hard. So he made it look really easy. And this is the problem with the Shack tool check. This is a secret pro tip for me, guys. This is a great time to get a beer. I think that's almost like a house rule. If I have to do Shack tool, or I like to, it's a beer time. Sees the arrows on there. Gross. This is really... Okay, is Osse gonna go ahead and check plasma next? Because he's... Maybe he routes it in full circle to plasma and then goes... I don't... This is curious. He hasn't checked the left sandpit to my knowledge. So I think the way he's gonna approach this is gonna go just to the front now. And then check that. On his way back, is gonna check the left sandpit. He could also do plasma here too. So that's why I'm wondering what he's gonna do. He's gonna skip plasma. I don't think he just bails with mitts and leaves. Or does he? Is he leaving or is he coming back? No, he's coming back. He has power bombs. Yeah, he's gonna break the tube. When I saw the power bombs, that's what I assumed he was gonna do, and he had it before the super door, but I wasn't sure there. Okay, so yeah, he's just gonna do it from the front. I don't mind it. I think he's doing it like because in case he has to do left side. So he's just trying to save on some reset time here, I think. It's honestly a clever way to do it. I didn't see what was at Crab Supers there. It didn't look good, though. Or it could be boots. I don't know. I'm going to say it wasn't good. Where could Speed be at this point? Meridia. It could be in areas of Meridia right now. We could also run into a hammer in a non-speed locked area. I guess you can call it. And it could be there as well. And then it could lead to speed afterwards. So it's, again, just thinking within the constraints of the logic. And this is why, like, normal mode racing can get really cool, is now you have that extra information of like, all right, so I don't know where speed is yet. And I have like flippers, varia, and mirror. Do I chase those spots or do I just kind of go ahead and do whatever? No, flippers, sorry, weren't speed locked. Was it mirror and varia were speed locked? Could be a mire or a desert. True, could be. Actually, no, it can't because mirror. Mirror was locked behind speed. So we're going to see some answers pretty shortly here with the next item. I want to say it's going to be just like... I guess he has regular Dark World access without that Titan, so it might not be anything else here. Except for Tempered Sword. That's pretty good. So nothing here in the left sandpit either. Huh. So I guess, yeah, it is those type myths. And apathyduck actually doing plasma here too. So this could be interesting. Needs, I believe, space jump to get out of here, or more bombs in the logic. It might be high jump as well. I don't remember if high jump is allowed as well. But just sees the +5 arrows. I don't think can reset here because he's committed. But he's gonna have to springbolt jump here. He could do a single wall jump or a double wall jump here with without high jump, but it's like super tricky. I don't know if he has enough jump height for that. Yeah, he kind of, it was like a really weird, he didn't hold A kind of jump. Okay, so Osse back in Link to the Past here. Probably gonna go ahead and chase out getting that flute activated. Maybe just says I don't care about the logic, goes Mire. It's a pretty good typical starting play for having like a Titan flute combination, just to kind of get an early peek. It's really good coverage on some early items. Has access to Golden Chorizo, could chase as well. Probably doesn't want to. Light on ammo a little bit, doesn't have charge. Gonna be a pretty slow fight. Duck kind of running this a little weird, but not really. Everyone get your apathyduck 07s in chat. He really likes that meme. In fact, he likes this so much, guys. I tell this story every time. He actually picked 07 for his name because of the flute salute. That's a true story. Or I just made it up a couple of months ago and I keep writing it out. But it doesn't matter. Okay, so Osse's not going to go to Mire. He's going to elect to stay within the confines of West Darkworld. Going to go down to Village of Outcast first. Let's see where, if he chases that into Thieves Town. Probably doesn't want to have anything to do with Skull. A does not have a fire rod. B, it's a pendant dungeon. Going anti-meta here with that play. Some people really love just going to Skull. Duck also having a bit of an issue here with the snail clip. He wants to get the snail clip here. And he does get it here. Will be rewarded with that flute. He's gonna be happy about that. Early small key for Thieves Town. That sucks. So what that means is basically the dungeon's not hammer locked, so he could be required to complete the dungeon for a hammer in some capacity. Like there could be something on blind that could lead to a hammer, or hammer can be there itself. But you could also have something in that big chest as well. The craziest instance I've ever had, guys, was it was a Link to the Past only see, but it was hammer on blind. Titans was in the big chest, so you had to go back after you beat blind. It's crazy. Hook shot, oh baby. I probably, yeah, he's gonna do it. I would probably leave here. I think that's the right call. Because again, you have that small key in hand already. You don't have a hammer. It's a crystal dungeon. You can get back here fast with a flute. And you just scored a hook shot. So now you have like Darkworld Death Mountain access. You have Hera in Osse's option. A dungeon you haven't seen. Pendant dungeon, not the greatest, but you do have a look at it. And Duck's just kind of cleaning up the rest of them ready here. A little bit slower to it, just because he did do the plasma play here. So he's gonna wrap it up pretty shortly here. Says pretty standard running at this point. Osse with that mirror in hand is just gonna kind of go ahead and do the Smith's purple chest. These two checks actually don't require the mirror; they just make it incredibly fast. I kind of miss, like, there was once upon a time this actually was logically required. It was logically required to have mirror to be able to do these checks. I kind of miss those days, to be honest. I really hate the fact that you can not need the mirror to do it, because it just takes so long. Okay, so nothing K45. Not a whole lot going on past those Titans. Okay. Just really curious where they're supposed to go at this point. So I guess Meyer is in logic. Pod they've already been to. They have Hype Cave coming up. That's a pretty big answer right there with this purple chest. So, Skullwoods, of course. The North Route has a couple of items, but not really too much else. I think with the Red Cane, I think Meyer's a pretty good option here. If Bombos is the medallion to open up. Yeah, right side Death Mountain's another good call here, because you have the 8 chests in East Death Mountain plus the 6 in Dark World Death Mountain for 14. It's a pretty quick 14 too. It's probably your best chest per minute in the game. Butter Sword in Hype Cave. Not a whole lot else. Just the Heart Piece E-Tank. It's super. Osse's like, I don't want that. Get this trash out of here. You probably noticed Osse kind of leaving the purple chest there. So there's a mechanic with the purple chest. He's going to walk with it anyways. You can actually just leave the purple chest at any spot in the game, as long as you don't go through another warp, and you just use your mirror at the purple chest spot, like so where the thief is, in around that area. It has to be pretty north. It has to be pretty close to him. You'll actually trigger the cutscene where he opens up the purple chest. You actually don't need the purple chest with you. It's more applicable when you have boots, so you can dash, but this instance he's not going to chase. And he's going to go ahead and go to Dark World Death Mountain here in East Death Mountain. I think that's the right call. I probably would be tempted to just check out my area for now and see what's up, but you know what? They're missing a lot. 14 items. It's pretty hard to argue with that. And these dead rocks are actual scumbags. And then the rocks just kind of go in and kick him while he's down. That's amazing. Duck likes the flute salute so much he flutes twice. Okay, so just silver so far in the East Death Mountain section here. Duck actually going to go here and play Skull. Super conservative play. A lot of people will say this is like the meta play. I just hate it. Falling in the pit is not meta, unfortunately. Getting the compass there. We'll be able to mirror back out to that door. I don't like Skull Woods. I don't like it. Hate it. It could just be a considerable time spent for no items is the big problem too, without a fire rod. And it's like compounded that it's a pendant dungeon. I don't know. It's kind of gross. Still nothing from Osse's side other than those silvers. Does have Hookshot Cave coming up. Nothing in Hookshot Cave. Nothing in Hookshot Cave. Nothing in Hookshot Cave. That's kind of gross. Alright, so nothing there. It's gonna scout and peek out TR, but I don't think he kind of goes further. Maybe he goes? Yeah, I was gonna say if it's Bombos, maybe he goes in just for a look. Sees the ether, can't go. He's gonna scout this spec rock. Okay, 14 items. I only get silvers. I'm a little concerned. I guess he has spiral case still, but 14 items, no items. That's really odd. He doesn't have a lot left, quote unquote, in logic either. So now it's basically Mire Shed, GT, Screw Attack for those for that speed booster. And I think speed booster is going to be the item that pops here to bring everything into logic. And then once you're armed with that knowledge, then you can start kind of going to town on these mirror locations. Maybe do like front of swamp without a hammer. I don't know. It's really bad, but you do have the option. Yeah, I was going to go ahead and go to Mire here. It's the right call. Very is not technically behind Speed Booster. Very could be behind Space Jump. Very was at what is it, Dragon? And they need like logical access to get out. And we see a high jump boots there at, oh no. A high jump boots at Bumper Cave. So Osse's gonna miss that probably for the rest of the seed. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I think it's speed high jump or space jump is like the logical requirements to get out of Dre, if I remember correctly. Because the game assumes you don't do a gravity jump. Took a dinner break and you finally found stuff. That's how I felt for the last 30 minutes, Ivan. It's been pretty bad. I guess the only big story now is that Duck has these high jump boots. Is maybe thinking, hey, yeah, now norfair is in logic. It's actually still not in logic. It's crazy. So just a quick recap of the mid-game items, guys, is I guess the key items that we're focusing on right now is Mirror was locked behind Speed at Bruin Reserve. Varia was locked behind Dre. Both our runners still don't have movement items to put that in logic. So it's kind of a nice to have, but it's another consideration. So Osse's avoiding it. apathyduck's avoiding it. Duck now found high jump. I wonder if he knows that's not just high jump gets you it, but we'll see what's in this graveyard cave here. Death Mountain only had silvers, yeah. 14 items, only had silvers. Screw Attack. Oh, he's going to be happy with that. That's a good 1-2 combo for Duck, actually, in that north route. So not only now does he have superior movement in high jump for all his horizontal platforming needs, he's now going to have Screw Attack. That's going to make Lore Norfair free. The LN Care Pack. Exactly. It's the LN Care Package. Screw Attack, just a super powerful item. Gives you invulnerability frames through any kind of enemy in the game or attack. Gives you basically insta-kill on everything but a boss. Minus a couple of enemies in the game. Crazy. Do we know who Duck is? Unfortunately, I do, yes. So Osse fighting the Trilemolus right now. A bit of an issue actually at this fight. Kind of surprising. I think he got hit with rocks off a missed arrow, and that's kind of gave him the yips, a little bit of the yips there, but gets a 3rd crystal. So has a 2 crystal lead now. JK, a 1 crystal lead on Duck here. And again, as I called out, you know, we had, as Duck just found, that single key in Thieves Town, which basically logically tells you you don't need Hammer to finish Thieves. So, well, I get why Osse made the play to leave Thieves after first 4. I'd do the same, considering what you had ahead of you. It could come back to bite him if there's like a hammer or another movement item here, honestly. Interesting to see. Oh yeah, I also called apathyduck Asder, and I had to send an apology letter to Asder for lowering his brand. I felt really bad. If anything, Duck got the W there, I think. I've called Duck Asder 3 times now and said apathyduck once. At least twice. Wow. I got he's a good runner. What do you want me to say? Am I in love with Asder? I'm in love with this play. Alright, so nothing really in desert. Has the crystal. That's great. Gonna check checkerboard here, and most likely gonna head into GT's screw attack. The big problem here, and this is going to be not something that's going to significantly slow down Osse because he knows how to get through with spring ball. He's not going to have high jump screw attack for LN. Like it just makes it free. Now you might find space jump here. We'll have to wait and see. So I guess this is not logic without Variate also. So what do they have left? Thieves Town? I'm so lost here. Like, my head is like, I feel like it has to be Thieves, right? What else could it be? Hammerless Ice Palace. That's actually correct. Yeah, it could be there. That's terrible. This is a seed that's really important to keep track of these logic quirks. It's really important to. You can decide to not worry about it anymore because you know what? We could be worrying about just movement and that's it. Like it could just be our space or speed and that's it at this point. So the runners don't want to overcommit to like a hammerless ice, hoping to. There's the speed booster. All right, we're good. We're good. Everything's in logic now, guys. We did it, team. We did it. The Duck's like, oh man, everything's in logic. Sweet, I can do whatever the hell I want now. Probably still gonna go and chase in Osse's footsteps. Does East Death Mountain, Dark Wolf Death Mountain. It's 14 items, hard to ignore. But unfortunately, in Osse's situation has completely dodged the logical implications and now is gonna be routing within that fog and won't really understand like where things are, but I think at this point isn't really going to care anymore. I'd be surprised if he doesn't go through LN here. Because the other options are not great. And yeah, there's the powerbomb selection, so he's going to keep going forward. Gets the spring ball turn off before the powerbomb drops. That's super smart. So when a powerbomb is exploding, you actually can't menu. So he just saved a little bit of time off this tech. I never thought of doing that, but unfortunately doesn't get the spring wall tech there. So you have to do the spring wall jump before the spring wall reaches like its maximum peak on height. And it's really hard to do without high jump. You know, it's easy if you've done it a ton of times, but it's like really hard to kind of feel that out, especially moving. Because there's not a whole lot of vertical movement going on there. He could bail on mountain. He could make the play. It is available to him. He has high jump and screw attack. Like, it's going to be a really free LN. Like, it's not going to get any freer. He knows it's down logic. Has speed as well. But yeah. You like it better without high jump, really? I don't mind it without high jump. In the water, I feel like both are fine. I feel like on the ground without high jump. I'm just so used to it without high jump that I'm fine with it. But I remember it being a lot harder without high jump. I guess, yeah. Well, you have to set up a little bit lower, right? Oh my... Osse! Calm down, dude. Please. And he skips Mickey Mouse. He's done this before, though. So that's a double... Is it frame perfect? Guys, correct me if it's wrong. Double frame perfect, I've heard. Wall jump to get that. That's stupid, dude. Like, I hate using frame perfect as a terminology because then people always correct you on it, but I feel like I remember hearing that it's double frame perfect. But yeah, so I'll give you guys context. So, again, 2v2s. There's a situation where Osse didn't have any kind of movement and just did not do Mickey Mouse because it's terrible. He only has power bombs to break the blocks. So he'd have to do a jump into a spring ball jump to get out. To do that location. So I can see why he's skipping it. He will have the option to do it on reverse here and then do regular norfair, but then he loses out on easy bubble mountain check. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays it. And we know he's not going to run into speed. We know he's not going to run into high jump. Speed won't help there, but he won't run into high jump down here. So there's a very good chance he just doesn't do it. That could be big. Considering, again, apathyduck just found that logical access point to that area. And now, you know, we'll be able to do that check pretty freely. For the sake of my sanity and you know what? Quality of the race, I really hope nothing's there. But for those of you that are familiar with randomizers enough, any skip is extremely hazardous, and it's always where you don't want things to be, so there probably is something there. He doesn't, but the meme answer is he's already killed Ridley with his mind. Like, he's basically just dreaming the fight when he goes down here. It's already dead. He's just going through the motions again. It's like a memory. Boss Rando is a thing in SMZ3. It's not, actually. It's a thing in SM Rando, but not in SMZ3. It's definitely something that could get implemented, but you know what? I'm not, like, you know, gonna pile on work to Total as much as I already have with my requests that he wants to do all of them, but bandwidth's an issue, right? So, it's a one-man show. He does have a lot of good helpers with him, though. But I believe there's other stuff going on the go right now. More structural things, not so much for improvements, unfortunately. Alright, so Duck picking up his butter sword. We don't see anything behind Ridley. Yeah, I remember asking for cross keys actually to be in SMZ3, and he really wants to do it, but it's just gonna take forever. I think, let me pull up the direct quote here. Where's that Discord? Oh, there it is. Admins. Alright, Total, hear me out. Cross-world entrance shuffle, but the warp doors are randomized in both games. That was my ask. Total's response. Sounds great. I'll get right on it. It'll be done sometime in 2029, maybe. I like how he puts a maybe. So maybe I get it faster. Maybe it's probably going to take longer. Again, he really likes it. He likes the concept and the idea. It's just... that would take so much work. I would honestly be willing to help him with logic. I would go on that path. That would be such a fun mode. I feel like the key sanity mode's really cool, right? But it's just, it's missing something for racing. I feel like cross keys, that's what's missing. I feel like with keys, there it is. Oh man, Osse is just, he doesn't know what to think. He was like, what? Why is that thing there? I don't understand what's going on right now. He looks so confused, chat. I don't blame him. Because he unfortunately skipped, we'll call it 6 chests, plus maybe 2 items in Skull. And that's where all his movement was, to get him there. We still need a race mode logic first. What would you like to see in a race mode logic, chat? That's probably a good topic of discussion. I feel like with a race mode, I would like to see some harder Link to the Past stuff incorporated. I would like to see some things taken out of, you know, making some of the games... Ooh, Charge Beam. It's nice. A little bit easier. So my always pitch is you know, screw attacks available. It does its logical implications, but it doesn't provide iframes anymore. It doesn't damage enemies anymore. So it's basically just a spin jump, but it does destroy bomb blocks. So it's kind of like Dash, I guess, in a way. I know Dash doesn't do it, but like kind of a quirk that they go for is like giving those extra functionalities and stuff. I kind of want to take it away. Absoluteless Meridian Mock Boss. It's basically just turning it back to tournament logic, right? I remember a lot of people liked racing tournament mode. And then hard mode came along, and then that was the whole big thing. I kind of talk about this piece, guys, in the recent Go Mode podcast episode. Where Go Mode podcast actually invited me, and we talked SMZ3. It was a long-awaited episode. Go check it out, guys. It's a good listen. There's my plug for the day. Dash SMZ3 mockcast. Exactly. I don't think we need to go that far, but there's some really cool things we can do with this game. But I agree. I think it's like a more robust racing logic is probably overdue. God, so Hammer and Charge, and now on his way to Bubble Mountain. We're gonna have to keep an eye out for Mickey Mouse when Duck does do it, unless he forgets. Which would be kind of funny, but another call out here is Osse's doing this without speed. So that's not great. Really impacts him here at actual speed. Impacts him for a little bit of norfair as well. Is it possible to code packs to give less than 5 max ammo? Yes, it is. It is done in other clients. Not so much in this code base, but it is done in other clients in the past. The one I'll go back to is that, I guess it's being revitalized, I heard. It was being like kind of reworked on, but the old Dorando client for Super Metroid that, you know, Alu and I will use from time to time and race. That client has the ability to kind of shape the way items, or like missile packs, for example, or super packs, like how many supers they give you in a pack based on where they're found. You old fart rando. Yeah, it's pretty old. It's also kind of broken too, so it's really fun. Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence too, just because like even with like the quote-unquote advanced logic, there's not a lot of advanced stuff there. It's like a couple of rooms with fire rod, and like I found out today actually LMAO, that the pinball key is actually an item in advanced logic. I thought they just made that change. I didn't think that was an advanced logic thing. So I thought that was pretty funny. I found that out like 2 years after they added it. I don't really pay attention to the fine points, guys. I just play the game. I don't care about stats and where things could be. I just kind of play the video game forehead. Have magic for Osse behind Croc. Actually surprised me he's doing Croc here. I think he's doing Croc because he's confused about this seed, honestly. Or it's free. I don't know, but it's kind of weird. It's also not great because he doesn't have speed. You think he wants the ice? That's a great call. That's something we talked about earlier, was that Ice Beam is at Croc Escape. So if you're going here for ice, you might as well do Croc. Now, Osse could get... Yeah, Ivan just pointed out. Could get... and I think Osse has the skill, will get... Indiana Jones Pantry using vanilla strats, which is just grapple. It's actually stupid to see. It's the dumbest thing you'll ever see in this game, but it's possible. It sucks. No one likes doing it. I don't like it. It's probably something I should practice. I'm just terrible at it. Anytime it comes up, I just kind of groan. And I'll do it if I have to. It's just terrible. Alright. Kind of refill here. I guess this wants to get super count up a little bit. Oh, because he's going to do a green gate glitch. That's why. I'm surprised he's refilling this much, actually. Huh. Okay. Maybe he's not comfortable without high jump doing green gate glitch. I think it's easier without high jump because it's slower. And it's kind of like, you know, if you're a MLB batter, I guess, like a baseball batter, and you're used to seeing like fastballs at 90 miles per hour, and then you see like off-speed pitches at like 70. That's probably what's happening to Osse right now. So yeah, does take a couple more supers than I expect him to, but knocks off pretty good. That's another trick that's really weird. So there's a couple of tricks in like both games. I go to hovering as a good example. Green gate glitch is another one. It's one of those ones, if you don't get it like the first couple of times, it immediately goes to your head and you just, it's just really hard to get out of that funk. All right, here we go. Here's the grapple. It's the first one. He's gonna wait out that one and he's gonna push it on over to the left a little bit. No, just gets it there. A little bit of panic, gets it. Gets the third one. This is the hardest one. It's the fourth one here. Oh my, okay. I thought he was gonna get something there and missed, but no, he just kind of scouts it and says no. So you can do, I guess, the morph there, but I don't think you can make it the whole way. That's pretty cool, though. But yeah, Steez, that's nothing. Okay, gets the scout off of it. Again, the danger zone now for Osse is twofold. He doesn't have movement, has done most of SM that Duck is going to catch up on. And so he's already confused, basically, of what's happening. Like, why is this hammer here, basically? And Duck's going to have that Mickey Mouse area to be able to check. And that's one item left in Norfair or LN that we haven't seen. But that could be a big story. If that's anything, it might be over. Because with that hammer and Titans, now there's so much Osse can do. 100% yes, they expected them to. Like, you can go back with Space Jump, right? You can go back and Shine Spark. But, yeah, they actually dead-ass put those rippers there, and we're like, you know what? Go get them. That's how I had to do it as a kid. I had to learn it as a kid. That's how I always got that item. It sucked, but you know what? You could do it. Yeah, you're supposed to have high jump for it, but Exactly. All right, Osse gonna go ahead and check out Spike Cave here. I think this is where this position dies. He's gonna S and Q out of here. And then gonna go on through. Did he check Cathedral? Good point. I don't think he did. All right, Duck's going. Okay, let's focus on Duck's side here. He is checking out. Okay, just a ball. Okay. Again, that's not even like bias, because I love both these runners. It's more, I don't want the race to end here at 151 on something like that. Like if Osse had all the movement in the items in the world and he just like skipped it for the sake of skipping it, and yeah, that's whatever. If he loses because of that, that's fine. But like if he doesn't have the movement items, it's kind of like kind of feel bad. Gets Quake here from that mushroom. Interesting. I don't think Quake is any of the medallions. It's Meyer actually. That's kind of big. So yeah, now he's gonna have a real good path to Ice Meyer with that hammer. Surprised he's not going back to Thieves already. Interesting. Huh. I guess I kind of get it, because I think he found 2 items in Thieves, so it's not that big of a deal, but I don't know. I'll have to go back eventually. But will he find the speed is the real question. I don't think he's finding high jump. Like, I think that's in a real bad spot for Osse at this point. North route does not exist to Osse. So he's just never going to see that screw attack, high jump, speed. Well, he'll probably see speed, but yeah. Who's in the lead? It's pretty much actively tied right now. Duck will be in the lead once he kills off Ridley here, and we'll have a crystal up on Osse, but Osse's already in ice. Finds the fire rod in ice. We're ether away from go, guys. Very important item to find. All the items were found in Thieves. I don't think it's necessarily Osse's lead, just because this is a pretty safe bet for Duck to run to next. Like, he's gonna find that hammer. He'll have Ice as an option. He'll have Swamp Palace as an option. He'll have Meyer as an option. And he'll have not TR because he doesn't have the medallion and he's been up there. So the thought process here is, I don't have boots. What's the best dungeon for me to go to? It's actually Ice Palace. 2 reasons. A, there's a lot of short corridors where boots don't really gain advantage for the most part. And B, it's a very quick dungeon to kind of get their items from. So I could hit boots here. You don't want to go to Swamp without boots because you lose time. You lose like close to a minute plus there. And Meyer is another dungeon. You're going to lose at least 30 seconds, I would say. I might be overshooting it a bit, but it is a very, like, lengthwise dungeon. Lots of long corridors where those boots are utilized. You really don't want to be walking through if you don't have to, so. Mushroom was Norfair Reserve or something? Yeah, it was Norfair Reserve, I believe. I can't even meme chat anymore with you guys. Like, it's actually turned into a really good race. I can still do it. I still have it in me to make fun of apathyduck. I still got it. But I'm more kind of enthralled by the race that we're having right now. It's very interesting, actually, how it's kind of turned out. Osse with this hot magic gonna clean up this fight, no problem. Has Butter Sword, just gonna actually melt this Cold Stare fight. Yep. Spin plus 3 hits, dead. Easy. One of the very few areas in the game where Butter Sword really sees a massive advantage over not having it. Trinex is another one. Vitreous can be another one, but that's about it. Like when it comes to like temper versus butter, that's pretty much where the line's drawn. You can argue like Helmasaur, but it's not really that noticeable. And then the other bosses is like whatever. Duck's had a strong reaction all race. I'm kind of worried about him, honestly, his health. But he's still playing, so that's the good news. Okay, so Osse gonna go ahead here to clean up Thieves Town. That'll be his 4th crystal. So again, that's why I was like, I don't think it's Duck's lead, because now Duck's gonna do all of upper norfair here. It might even do Croc area, because he knows where Ice Beam is, and that's a natural pivot to go and get. For a variety of reasons, Ice Beam is a very powerful item to get. Specific to late game, being able to freeze those Metroids, save ammo, save time, be able to do that skip for free. Again, saving ammo and time. Very much work to get, and it's on your way out. Problem is it kind of orphans Cathedral a little bit. I believe on Osse's side, he elected not to do it because of that. Duck actually has, on occasion, I've seen him do the same skip. He'll actually not do it because he's like, I'm not going there when I gotta do this. So I can see that skip as well. It's a really bad spot for Ice. I said that earlier too. It's a really bad spot for it. It's good because you know where it is. It's just bad because you gotta go there. So imagine like you're in swamp, but the first thing you see in swamp is like what's on left side. That's a good way to kind of look at your commitment to go there. And Osse's gonna have 4 crystals here by the time Duck's out of Norfair, regardless of what he does. So he's actually gonna have the lead here, crystal-wise. But again, I'm gonna call out that Duck does have high jump and speed. One last time save that will be available to him at the end game is gonna be, baby skip will be available to him. And I suppose there is the possibility that we could have speed lock progression here too. In either Waterfall or Shaft Supers. We haven't seen either from either runner. Of course, we haven't seen Waterway because Duck hasn't gone back to Bryn. We also haven't seen the Scout of Shaft Supers either. Duck not going to go to Cathedral as well. Going to go ahead and go on to this ice. It'll be interesting to see if he commits for Croc. It's going to be a quick kill, like with Charged Plasma, much like Osse's. So yeah, it'll be interesting. And there's his speed booster. Osse's like... I'm not good at reading lips, guys, but I think, of course, was kind of part of that dialogue. Yeah, he's not happy with that. But the good news is he's still enjoying a bit of a lead. Again, Doc. How many times are we gonna not call Duck's name right, guys? He's just not. He's not feeling the Croc skip. He's gonna do it, and it's gonna bleed him a little bit more time here. It's nice and conservative. I don't fault him for it. I think I don't do it honestly, just because I'm getting close to go. But I don't know. It's a tough one. Anytime, I've said this in numerous avenues, I've said it in like the podcast too, like anytime you do a skip in SM, it's just like you're signing a bit of your death warrant. And as you guys saw against my match against Andy, it was like critically bad, but sometimes like there's skips where you can get back to, and then there's some skips that's just like if it's not there, you're like screwed. And yeah. It's probably just in your best interest not to skip stuff, honestly. And that's probably why we've seen both Osse and apathyduck kind of go through. I almost said Asder again. Please help me. Chat, I have a problem. I have a problem. Alright, we're gonna see something new now. We're gonna see Osse check hammer pegs here. Are we gonna see Osse check bumper game? I don't know if he goes for high jump anymore though. I don't know if he goes for it. I don't think the time spent on getting high jump is actually worth it for baby, honestly. Because like at best it's 30-35 seconds on baby. At best. Okay, he's not even going. But like bumper cave, almost exact same time. Wait. Did he not do dig game? Did he not have enough rupees for dig game? I don't think he had enough money. Maybe I didn't miss that. Duck also doing grapple strats with speed. Get out of here, dude. Is he gonna do the 3-tap stutter here? Nicely done. Breaks the blocks. Really tough trick to do. Osse dodging the bullet there with dig game not having anything. That's good. Duck just going to ship here. Ship Peebs. This is a great call. We haven't had access point yet to ship Peebs with that late speed. Is gonna go ahead. Oh no, he saved. Never mind. JK LOL. I just lied to you guys. Is gonna go ahead and get back to that save I apparently missed. I will call that out though. None of our runners have done ship Peebs with that speed booster. Osse, of course, just getting it, and apathyduck not going near ship yet. He would have just reset his entire norfair. That's a great call. I didn't really think about it until you said something. But honestly, like, me not thinking about it can just, like, show how that could actually happen. I've heard of runners accidentally resetting, and I know I've accidentally reset before. I think everyone's done that, where they've accidentally reset something in Super Metroid, because they're like, you're playing combo, right? So you're like, oh yeah, Link to the Past, save and quit and everything, and then yeah, you done goofed in SM, unfortunately. Oh yeah, mine was where I reset in Link to the Past. I didn't S and Q first. Yeah, I forfeit that race. Oh god. Only Eddie would do that. Eddie strats, hell yeah. Osse in Mire now. Gets the boots! Best item in the game. Sick. At the nice crisp 2-hour 3 mark. Now in go mode with those boots. Not actually in go mode, but in go mode. Gonna be able to dash faster now. And gets the big key here. He's gonna do the soul ski, except not really because he got an item. Oh no, he did the Asder. He's good though. What a god. So I call that the Asder. Hovering and then getting the map, because there's a race that Asder and I had when it was actually the first season of Ladder, and we got paired, which is crazy. But he was like massively ahead. I want to say by at least a crystal and a dungeon. Was it that much? It was at least a full GT climb ahead. And it was a hover seed. So I ended up winning, right? So I went back and watched, because I was like, wow, okay. Because I didn't feel great about it. It was it was an okay seed, but it wasn't like feeling the greatest. And I went back, so I checked who I got. Well, it tells you who you get paired with. It was like, oh, you've defeated Asder. I'm like, okay, cool. So I checked his stream, and he was still trying to hover. And as like he was trying to hover that attempt, he starts hitting his map screen. I'm like, okay, and then falls. Goes for the next hover attempt. Map screen falls. So ever since I see people do that with a hover, I just call it the Asder. It's nothing against him. It's just, I thought it was kind of funny. I don't know. Osse picking up his 4th crystal here? 5th crystal? He's done thieves. Yeah. 5th crystal. So ahead of apathyduck by 2 crystals. He's got big hands. I got okay sized hands. I guess maybe they're smaller, or should I say regular size? I don't know. But I can see that being a problem if they're like bigger hands. Leaving the second item in mire. Monka S. Oh no, chat, we've seen this story before. Oh no. Has he learned nothing from my sacrifice? Oh no, dude. No. Oh. Well, I guess he got boots. He's thinking exactly what I did, guys. Except I have way more items ahead of me. He's like, you know what? It's one more item instead of two. And I just got boots. I can check this stuff now. So I get what he's thinking. But man, come on. We just went through this 2 races ago. I literally dumped my tournament life. Like, to just show SMZ3, Randomizer racing community. Sometimes it's probably better not to gamble. Was Ether? I don't think Ether was here. He didn't scout this, I don't think. Did either of our runners scout this? Maybe Duck did. I don't remember. But yeah, that's a blind check on the lumberjacks there. Alright. Duck now getting his boots. Has not done ice yet. Is, hello? What is this clown route? What is... Thank you. I was like, I swear to God, Duck, if you route this way, I'm gonna not, like, speak to you for a week. He's still, what is this? Go again, thank you. Where are you going? Oh my God, what is happening? I know he already has the big key, but where is he going, though? All right, guys. Our Tenactin worst play of the day goes to this. The blunder of the evening. I don't know what you want to call that, but my lord. If I've ever seen, you know, any sort of just like mental, like, fog or, you know, kind of hiccup, there's the shout out. That's crazy, man. I'm just gonna be like any other commentator out there, guys. I'm just gonna go to Duck. Yeah, so Duck, how about that mire? You want to talk about mire? I've already made fun of him enough about mire. We don't need to talk about mire to him. He'll probably bring it up too. Hey, did you like my mire? No, Doc, I didn't. That's why I'm avoiding the conversation about it. I think you've been embarrassed enough. Oh my God, this race is so fun to call. All right, yeah, Osse in swamp here. Gonna be his second to last crystal. Still looking for that ether. Duck also deciding not to go and check other chests. It'll be interesting to see if he goes in and goes for that last item as well, or if he's just also blatantly ignoring my my sacrifice. Ask him what he's talking about. You know, that's actually a great idea. I'm just gonna pretend like I didn't see it, as hard as that is, and just be like, what do you mean? What about your mire? Well, you know how I like... I don't know what you're talking about, dude. I was watching Osse. Oh God, gets his 5th crystal here. 4th crystal, actually. He hasn't done an ice yet, wow. Huh. Oh, there it is, the double skip. Oh my lord. These runners just blatantly ignoring the PRNG mire. Did they, like, generate 100 seeds before playing this? Just to wash it out? Like, what's going on here? probably thinking this is the exact same thing, dude. It's the exact same thing I did. And Duck gave me so much hell for it. I can't wait for this interview. Except he has way less. He just got boots out of it. I hope it's there too. I hope it's there, dude. I hope it's there. He calmed that race and he still made the play. I don't understand. Oh, I'm actually dying here in my seat. My lord. Really fast kill on Argus there for Osse. Gets the Vicky. I'm pretty sure there's still items on that left side he hasn't gone to. Probably will go in. I don't see him skipping that much more. I think we're getting too heavy into that. He has one other skip on the table, which is that Mickey Mouse. We know there's nothing there. I believe he doesn't have high jump or screw attack yet, so that north route might be calling his name. But yeah, he's just like, I want to go back in. Duck might be calling the play here to ship peeps. This is actually a really smart check. This is a check that really. Well, no, he has speed. He has ship peeps. He has speed, but he has ship peeps. A lot of runners forget about this, and Duck is gonna forget about it as well. Is when you have like no movement forever, you forget about ship peeps, and it always has regression this late. It's crazy. But we're gonna see the shaft supers play. Another good check. He can reset it. He can go to Mother Brain at this point. I don't like going to Mother Brain, personally. At Waterway, I feel like it's just faster to go back to ship and go. I could be wrong on the math. I don't know. It just feels slower to go from Waterway to Mother Brain, honestly. Alright, so just supers, vanilla item. And priming these power bombs, so he's gonna go down, I believe. Well, he has to prime him anyways. No, he's gonna go back up. Oh no, there we go, moonfalling. The shot confused me. I guess you have to shoot while moonfalling anyways. Makes sense. Alright, so yeah, gonna check Waterway. Alright, so the only item both our runners right now are looking for is Ether. Gonna give them access to Turtle Rock and their 7th crystal. They have basically everything else they need in the game to finish. Quite handily as well. Both are good on ammo, both are good on the requirements for Super Metroid and Link to the Past. Again, it's just that Ether to get them into Turtle Rock to finish the game. Duck's also looking for Fire Rod. That's unfortunate. We see a powder here on the left side of Swamp. That's also unfortunate, because Osse's immediately going to chase that. Immediately going to check that. Did he get a book as well? He did get a book in there as well. Okay, interesting. Alright, well, nothing in Waterway. That sucks. Go to Ship Peeps, please. Go to Ship Peeps. Do it. Don't let me down. Duck, I won't say anything about Meyer if you go to Ship Peeps. He's not gonna go to Ship Peeps. This is a classic. Guys, I want to highlight this right now for those trying to get into this competitively or racing, or those seasoned runners. I'm gonna call this out. This is a classic forgotten check late game, okay? Always keep it in your mind. It's very quick. You can access it at any time, but it's just super forgetful. And I understand why. I do it too, but this is like a good highlight to say, like, this is a check to kind of always look out for in those late game situations. I've done it a few times. I've done it. It's cost me a race before too, 100%. But Duck gonna go ahead and go and kill Mother Brain here. This is a classic kind of latchkey play. He's gonna be able to do the end sequence for post Mother Brain quicker because there's gonna be no timer on screen. Unfortunately, misses that first Metroid. That's something neither you know, any good runner in this chat room would do, but unfortunately, Duck has kind of dropped the ball a little bit, unfortunately. I don't see anything from Fat Fairy on Osse's side there that he liked. Just the Morph Ball bombs. Unfortunate. Where's he going next? Maybe Quakefish? Yeah, Quakefish. Maybe North Route Quakefish. I don't know. We'll see. Duck cleaning up the other two rooms quite well. Duck is actually very much a top runner, yes. I'm just giving Duck a lot of flack. Duck is an excellent runner in this game. I'm due to poor, how should I call it? Due to bad decision making on my part, I'm probably very good friends with Ducks, so it's kind of get a little bit of a pass to make fun of me like this. Just don't say how mean I was during this commentary, guys, when we're talking. Osse getting his screw attack saying, oh, well, I could have had that forever ago. Don't worry, guys. I don't want to take away from Duck's baby, but I want you to focus on Osse's screen cam right now. As Duck pulls off the baby skip nicely. In about 10 seconds time, you're going to see a man's soul crushed. Alright? Alright. In 3, 2, 1. There it is! Oh, I love face cams on these kind of races, man. He mirrors in disgust. He's gonna go and get it. Honestly, it's a net time. Like, it's... He has to get baby, but... Like, realistically, he doesn't have to get high jump here. It's not gonna save him more time to get high jump. It's literally a wash. It's a wash if he gets baby at this point, too, I should say. He doesn't really have anything else to do, right? And Super Metroid, he has pretty much everyone else. But yeah, so Duck is on his way. He's past phase 1 of Mother Brain, gonna do phase 2 here. Maybe 20 shots with the charge beam, I believe, into the phase 3. Full beam combo. Pretty easy scripted fight. Does have 7 E-tanks, wants to maintain that. Is on the 0-0. He does have reserves. He wants to have 7 E-tanks for stand up here. He can literally just do stand up with this energy. He wants like one more energy from his I would like menu for a little bit more energy here. I'd be so paranoid. But he does have enough. Because you only have to have 4 E-tanks to be able to do this, so. Alright, Osse making their way through Skull. So 2 reasons why Duck would do Mother Brain here without being in go mode. A, it's a good point to go back and reflect on the scene and think about what you've missed. I know, I don't want to call out Alu in this fashion, guys, but I know Alu did this during group stages when he forgot about Paradox Cave. Yeah, Paradox Cave. You know, the one with 7 items. He forgot about that one. It had Hammer, unfortunately. But it's one of those things where you can use this kind of as an outlet to kind of think, you know, what did I miss? Do I need to dive my own VOD and find out, like, all right, did I do this? Did I do that? Can I verify this? Because there's a couple of sequences here that are pretty quick. That's just able to kind of make way for that time. So there's a couple of cutscenes here. But also, again, I think I already mentioned there's going to be no timer, so they're going to have a lot less lag now going through the end sequence. They're going to save a little bit of time on lag alone. Getting through. It's like a lot of lag with that timer. It's like crazy. You'll see the difference between Osse and Duck probably, but yeah. You did it against Alu when you forgot Uncle. Forgotten checks are like the bane of any SMZ3 runner's existence. Any rando runner's existence, really, right? But it does happen. Osse only getting that reserve there. I believe the second item is in the back of Skull. Pedestal's available. Oh my god, chat. We can't talk about PRNG without talking about pedestal in SMZ3 right now. Because it's hot right now. And it could happen. But will it happen? Yeah, Duck just flying through these rooms without lag. It's such a fun sequence of rooms without that room lag. Especially the Leodoc's climb here. And if you're gonna wonder why I call it, or everyone else calls it, the Leodoc's climb room, this is a no bully zone, so I'm not gonna explain the story. Alright, so a key factor too, a good reminding point as well, is when you're coming through here after killing Mother Brain and you haven't killed Ganon, again, that countdown sequence doesn't start, but all the doors are open, so you don't want to keep shooting like you normally would. Otherwise, you'd literally fly through that door and just, you would not have a shot spark charged up, and you have to break the blocks and do it again. So see Duck checking Hylia Island. I believe he already did it, but now he's going to go into ice. We'll find his fire rod here. Wait, he checked ped, right? What was on pedestal? It's obviously not it, because he'd be fluting away. Yeah, he would just be fluting away. Okay, yeah. E-tank. So landing site, Meyer, second item, Skullwood's big chest, question marks. The question marks would be... Pod, maybe last item at Helma? I don't remember if Helma has an item or not. Hera we've seen all of. Duck's done that. I really just wanted to be Meyer's second item. Because... Holy hell. But... I think it's gonna be free. I think it's gonna be landing site, guys. I'm very honest about that. And again... You know, I think Osse's getting to the point where he's going to want to just go to landing site first. I think he does that before the speed checks, but yeah. X-ray actually doesn't unlock anything. It's used as a means to kill some bosses faster. You can also do item checks with it, but it doesn't unlock anything else. Oh yeah, we do have that powder check. Powder was off of... God. Somewhere we don't really care about anymore because it was just a narrow capacity upgrade. Alright, he's going to SM here. Is this gonna be shit peeps? I think it's there. I think it's gonna be there. If it's not there, it's Meyer. He's gonna go. Yeah, he's charging up a shine. He's going for it. Let's go, dude. This is a game-defining moment, chat. We could have the cider right here. And it's just a blue tunic. That's the Price is Wrong music. You know when you lose and Price is Right? That was my text message alert for like 3 years, guys. It was a great text message or notification. I loved it. Oh, that is not healthy. Duck. No, Duck. Bad Duck. Bad. Unfortunately, the freezers do exist in that one room there before the big key door, and Duck got reminded the hard way. Why is there a block still there? Osse, what? Please. That just really confused me. But yeah, just unfortunately got bullied by that freezer, and now he's gonna have to go through ice again, so... That happens with Moonfall? That's a good call. I didn't know he stopped his Moonfall there. Alright, so this is the problem now. Duck's now going to lose more time on this ice climb. It's going to be really hard for him to get back in. Because... Osse's now going to go to Mother Brain as well. This is crazy. I wonder, guys, if both runners just think like they both lost at this point. Because they know about the Meyer skip, and Osse has the... He not only has the Meyer skip, but he also has that Mickey Mouse skip as well. So I think Osse's kind of... He's at the point where he's thinking to myself, you know what, there's a real possibility I lost this. And Duck, by not getting this icebreaker here, is definitely on tilt. I know my Duck. He's not happy right now. Oh yeah, both have skipped Cathedral. Did Duck check it? I think he went back, didn't he? He did do it? Okay. Yeah, he doesn't have Cathedral as well. You know what, though? They're all honest. They're all honestly good skips. It's just like you get to the point where you're like, there's no way. There's so many items in Super Metroid and Link to the Past. There's no way it's gonna affect me, right? And then you get to the spot where it just sucks. I feel like I'm a leading expert now, considering how Andy handed my ass. Is that how we say it? Handed? No, he handed my ass to me. That's how you're supposed to say it. Okay. He did that. I can't wait for that to be a clip. Andy handed my ass. I don't think that's what SpeedGaming is going for here, but Mario would be quicker. It would be, but I feel like that's admitting defeat. That's white flag. I think Ivan called it out. I watched the restream back begrudgingly in my race, and I thought I saw Ivan make the right call and say, when does he go back? The answer is never, basically. When you go in with that skip, you're designed. It's by design. You know you're not going to go back. Left side swamp is kind of the same, but it's more accessible. Meyer's a lot to it. It's there's a lot to that. Got the high jump, lost on, yeah. So now it's just, you just lost time, basically, by getting it, but oh well, it's not a big deal. But now we're pretty much Duck, please. We're almost even Steven here, except Duck has to do Swamp. So by the time Duck's done Swamp and Fixins, Osse's gonna have Mother Brain done, and then it's basically a race to the finish here. I feel like both runners have pretty much cleaned up both games. Duck has not gone and done the back of Skull yet, and is missing both items for Skull, so he might chase that next. Again, I don't remember or recall if Helma has that 5th item. Let's just pretend it doesn't. And then we have that Meyer. But Osse has more skips he might need to go back to, so it's just a question of when he goes there. I think at this point we're going to call to say that it's in Meyer. In that second chest. If that's actually there, I hate this game. I'm never playing it again. But honestly, I kind of hope it's there because it's really good narrative for how this race is going. You never want to see a race like happen like this. Like let's call out too. It's 228. Duck has 5 crystals and Mother Brain killed. Osse has 6 crystals, is about to kill Mother Brain. That's pretty fast. In a seed where you basically full cleared, had to do Aga. Osse didn't have movement for most of the seed. Crazy. They didn't have boots until like the tail end. It's crazy. Duck has a more straightforward path to that. Because again, after Swamp, it's, you know, Fat Parry to Skullwoods. To Pedestal to check. Because he's going to get Book and Powder here. And then... oh, we have Ether too then. We have Ether as well. Because Duck's, or Osse's checked Bombos. He hasn't checked Ether. So Ether is a check. We haven't seen, so that's another one. So if I'm Osse, I'm probably going Ether after this. I'm probably going Ether, and then I'm probably... I then have to elect what skip I go to. I feel like Meyer and which one makes the most sense? Like Ether is 100% the most logical. Because I can spin it in my head that the runner hasn't been there or they're late to it. But if it's anywhere else, I feel like I lost. So I want to go to the place that I haven't lost. So it's going to be ether. So that's why I feel like it's going to be there. I think they got both items in Hera, but it could be the basement if that's the thing as well. This is just a... Oh my god. You know, if Duck ends up winning this race, I'm going to think he fashioned a jockstrap with that plot armor left over from Andy. Like, Duck's a pretty tall guy, right? So it's probably more of like a, you know, a halter tank top for him. He probably just trimmed it down even more. Osse, I have no problems with that Mother Brain fight. It's going to go through the lagless transition. Kind of a benefit, again, of finishing Super Metroid first in SMZ3. It's not a vanilla property at all. Gotta love a race when no one feels ahead. I don't feel ahead. I don't know if you feel ahead. I don't feel ahead. That was a nice 6 zero cycle. Kind of easier to do with butter, because if you don't do a hook push or hook poke, you will still get the hit, but not really. Like, you still need to pull it off. You don't have to do an item dash, is what I'm saying. You can still do it with pokes, but you can't get the zero cycle with just pokes. It's not as fast. Oh, he's doing it! He skipped left side swap. He's going right to ether here. Osse is gonna do the same. He's going right there. No, Duck, where are you going? Duck, where are you going? He can't go there, though. He's going to TR? Uh-oh. 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 Duck was actually in the lead to ether. Dude, this is crazy. They're gonna even out. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he didn't scout it. But then why would he check items? No, he has to know. He just doesn't... Oh my... He's having a meltdown right now. Guys, it's happening. And it's ether! Oh my god, it's so close. Duck actually throwing it away. Osse's now going to have about a 40-second advantage here to TR. Oh my goodness. We got a race. Meyer skip. Confirmed good. Confirmed good play. Solsky vindicated. Saint Solsky. Throwing his tournament life away for the sins of other rando players. These two are the benefactors. This is going to be a cool finish, guys. Both runners are done. Super Metroid, both runners have 6 crystals. Going to go to TR for their 7th crystal. Going to be a Gomo TR, so they only have to pick up small keys and the big key here. We're going to see the big key skip. We're going to see the Mimic Cave skip along the way. It's pretty meta. It's a 6% chance to be able to get around there with all the small keys. He's doing a ton. Get out of here with that. Hello? You're not losing by that much, dude. This guy thinks he's about to lose. He thinks Osse's about to cross like Ganon's like cutscene. Get out of here. God, that was a disgusting display by Duck. He should be ashamed of himself. Can't believe he just did that. If he did the other one, I swear I was gonna stop commentating his side of the screen. I was just gonna focus on Osse the rest of the race. He's lucky. He's in the doghouse right now. He's in the dog pound. Loves the paw. No. Duck didn't check TR. Why would he check items though? I'm so confused. Why would... Oh my... I don't get this. This is the most duck thing I've ever seen. He didn't have Fire Rod Ice Palace, but he did. Oh, that's why he skipped left side swamp. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense now. So he skipped left side swamp because of that. Okay, I understand. I understand now. No, it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, he didn't check it, but when he got Fire Rod, he was gonna go in his head. I understand now. He still sucks, but it makes more sense. This is such a good race. Everyone was like, Duck's gonna get obliterated. But it's like so close. Alright, so we see Osse, again, electing to kind of skip past the big chest there with that one small key in hand. Proper strats. Again, it's about, you know, I've seen the math quoted anywhere between 2 to 6%. I like seeing that 2% figure, and we see the small key there, so it doesn't matter anymore. We're going to stop talking about nerd math. It's over. It's done. We're going right to try next. No, but seriously, I got like some seconds. So basically the way the math works is there's about a 2 to 4% variable where you could get a small key in that big chest and in the vanilla big key chest spot. That could require you to get those to progress with the small key in crystal roller getting you through. So that's like 3 small keys there. That's the only way that scenario happens. So that's why the percentage is so low. So you can actually get another key and then go to laser bridge and not have a key. So you have to go back to the big key. The big chest, sorry. Alright, Osse doing his best impression of TGH there in the switch room before the long hover hallway. I want to name this something cool, guys. Let's name it like, I don't know, something memey. Something that's going to annoy people and actually upset them. Let's call it like Big Hover Hallway or something. I don't know. I'm the worst, guys. I'm actually, I can be very frustrating to be around. But it's fine. I'm having fun. You guys are having fun. Thanks for joining today, guys. It's been a lot of fun commentating this race. It's been an amazing race to watch. At least I know I'm very self-aware. Osse having no problems with that zero cycle Trinex. Ducks should have the same here. Knows with Buttersword only gonna have to hit the fire head with that one ice rod hot shot. It's gonna have to do the same for the ice head shot. And then gonna be able to just kind of go ahead and kill. SMZ3 races are never this close. They are, it just needs the right circumstances. I think this was the right circumstance. It has to be an item tucked away. But for like the runners to make similar skips too is really, really cool to watch. Like if either runner decide to go back into Mire and say it's like, I don't know, right side or cutscene chest, then it's like, I'm ignoring you all on those numbers. I don't play that game. And then it's like, it's a much, you know, someone already has this in hand going to GT. This game's going to go down to GT routing. Or where that big key is. So I feel with Buttersword and Silvers, I don't think they're really going to have to, we're going to have to worry about Ganon here. Or the climb. Okay, so Osse going left first. Cool, cool. Small key. Small key. Duck following suit. Divergence? What is this? Hello? You got one chest? What is this? God. Duck actually just tilts me sometimes, dude. Duck actually tilts me sometimes. Like, I feel like there's a fine line between Duck's sense of strategy and just, like, full-on brain hiccup. And I don't know what I just witnessed. I'm sure there is methodology to it, but I don't think it was faster. To go north-south, north-south. It's not on right side. Osse doing, like, a kind of a weird kind of combo there. And it's not on, yeah, it's not on right side, it's not on left. So it's like the rando rush. God, I hate that strat. Oh my god. Can we find out who coined that phrase and who decides to like claim that it was their idea? And I just want to ban that person from all forms of communication. Probably Andy. Well, sorry, Andy. About your luck, dude. Sorry about your luck, friend. I'll talk to you next live event, but you're not talking to me on Twitch or Discord, dude. God, what an actually atrocious methodology. That hurts my, it hurts my soul. Hurts my soul. Just face tanking those, just saving on the menus. Hey guys, remember when Duck forgot to open attic? That was good times, huh? That was probably the Keck W of the match. We've had the blunder, the mistake of the day, right? Both by Duck. And then we had the blunder of the match. We had the Keck W of the match. That was just a funny moment. It's a blunder too, but I think it's just more funny. Meyer just annoyed me. It actually annoyed me. Big key, vanilla location, and a red mail. Why is Osse beat red? Where is Osse going? What is this? What is this? What is he doing? Please! I don't care if he needs a small key. It's gonna be upstairs. It has to be. There can't be a key in the big chest, guys. You need 4 small keys to open that chest, logically, by the way. Just so you guys know. So it can never be there. Unless that's, like, different. It can't be in the chest? Okay, well, that's another thing that Link to the Past changed. It could be tile room. I think it has to be, actually, now that you point that out. Tile room has to have a small key. So that means 3 of the keys are here. Duck's gonna climb with 1. Osse has 0 small keys. No. It's never required. I think by logical standards they have it, but I don't think it's ever required. I've never seen it required. This race is stupid, right, chat? Like, this is just... It's awesome. I love this. How close this is, and the reasons why it's so close, I really am enjoying this race. Osse's route meant that he used the pocky, correct. So that really messed him up. I'm pretty sure, guys, I'm pretty sure there has to be a small key up here at this point. My count is, even with tile room being a small key, that's 3 of the small keys. So there has to be one up here. I don't wanna kind of, you know, poo-poo on the dramatics, but I'm positive there has to be a small key up here. Alright, the moment of truth. Osse gets the small key on the Helma. Finds a missile pack in the right side. Finds a super pack in the left side. Monka S. It's down to this, sports fans. Will he get the key? Of course he gets the keys, guys. Come on. What did I just say? Unbelievable. It's not even plot armor. It's like chest count. Get out of here. Unbelievable. Open. Yes, I was gonna say, please just open this for the 21 of 20 or the 26 of 27. Oh my god. Where's the hover, Doc? Unbelievable. Doesn't even commit to the meme. Doesn't even open it. Osse getting a really weird pattern there, electing to spin for the free dub. Kinda like it. Gets a dub here because of the blue ball. Sucks. That's a really good pattern actually for a double 2. This is another good one. Gets I guess a single on the first one. Maybe he was on the second one, but he's definitely gonna get it here. There we go. Not getting a double there by sound. It looked like he got a triple, but he got a double. That's a single there. Gets a single there. Oh, now I got it. And we'll finish this off with a 2-1-1-1. Alright, Osse dropping into Ganon. What, guys, what if Osse's console crashes and or, you know, power lost in his town? Then he will lose. Chat, this is just a PSA never to say that. Osse going ahead, just crushing phase 2. This is the easiest Ganon fight of their lives. Both runners are like, why the hell is no one done? Some of us followed a Ganon. I know, dude. There was a race today. I'm not going to name the runner because it looked heartbreaking, but oh my god. All I got to say, guys, if you haven't watched all the Link to the Past Randomizer tournament matches today, maybe you should watch them. One of them has a surprise. I'm not. No one in chat. No one in chat. Spoil it, please. Also, that's something you got to see to believe. Osse finishing off with the triple. Oh my god. Catches the plot armor flute from contact with Duck. And is actually gonna finish first place with a time of 2:51.05. Duck just finishing off Ganon fight as well. B-Torb was here. Who is B-Torb? I only know of Andy. Duck gonna be finishing off here as well. With a official racetime.gg time of 2:51.36. Crazy. 31-second difference between our runners in a 3-hour game, guys. Top level randomizer was played today. I don't want to talk to you yet. I'm still mad.
I'm mad too, honestly.
All right. Well, we're joined by Victor, Osse, and the other guy, apathyduck. Guys, that's a great finish. That's a great race. I said it in racetime.gg's chat. Well, I enjoyed it. Chat enjoyed it. Why you got to steal our thunder, dude?
Because I'm a lucky baby. That's why. It's the only reason it was close.
God,
I just want to call
so
out. Yeah, I just want to call out, and I said it in Racetime's GG chat, and I said it to our chat here too. You know, the lovely folks at home. Saint Solsky, you know, sacrificed himself to randomizer gods for you guys' sins, and you guys got away with the Misery Mire item skip, the exact same move I did. You guys did have an item in hand. It's the exact same skip I did.
We had
and
an
it got
item
to
in
the
hand.
point. We all thought it was going to be a Mire until you guys both went to Ether in different directions. You know what? We didn't know that you didn't check TR.
Yeah,
which is another talking point, but we're not going to lean on it. But it was like you were ahead to Ether, and then you just went to TR. I was like, Duck, you're not having a Duck moment, are you? And then Osse fluted over like 20 seconds later. And I think he was to Ether about 30-ish seconds ahead at that point because you had to go back and scout TR. I get why you did it that way. Right?
Yeah,
with
I mean,
two
like,
medallions.
I mean, I'm playing Osse, and like that seed wasn't really going my way.
It wasn't going anyone's way, too.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, like when I got Fire Rod, I was just like, I kind of have to assume this is Ether because like the seed was, I mean, it was convoluted but straightforward. So I'm thinking like, what could he possibly miss? Like I know I've seen him miss like stuff in the library and stuff. I'm like, there's nothing he's missing, and I wasn't playing very good. So I'm like, it has to be Ether, right? Like it just has to be.
I think you're playing fine.
And I went up there and I was like, oh no. And I was like, and honestly, my plan was like, I was like, okay, we'll check Ether. And then I'm gonna rush ped because that's all I got. It was, I mean, I had book, I would check it, but I was like, that was my plan. And like, so like when I saw that Ether there, I was just like, this is my only hope is he completely missed it. And like I did Hera early because I completely forgot about. I mean, one of the things I heard on you was like the speed lock thing. It's like it's so much easier when you're commentating. But like Mira was speed lock, and I just completely forgot about it. So I did Hera early. So I was really worried. Like, well, I mean, if it was just Ether, then it's isolated by itself, right? But Hera plus Ether, I'm like, well, he's gonna do that, right? Like, so I was like, and then like it kind of, and like especially like 250, like, I mean, once if you're playing Osse, once it gets 230, you're like, oh well, this is probably bad, right? So
yeah, and again, I think it was a lot closer than you think for most of the race, and in fact, pretty much the entirety of the race. You like kept up well to Osse. Osse, you know, we'll kind of point to you for a second there. Unfortunately, you missed a lot of the movement items within the game, right?
Yes.
It's pretty rough
So
to
painful.
see. Yeah, I know. I saw it. Sucks.
So unlike Duck, I knew that the mirror was speed locked.
Yep.
And so, and also my flute was speed locked. So like when I was doing Dark World, the movement items had to be there. I just happened to miss them in like the Back of Thieves and at Bumper Ledge.
Yep.
So I did all of. I went to Hype Cave and then I did all of Mountain just looking for movement items. And
so
dodge them.
The question I'll ask you then was Varia at Dragon kind of a flag for you there too, because you do have to have those logical requirements of like movement items to get out of there. Like you need space, or I believe speed and high jump is the combo.
Yeah,
I can't remember what it actually is for the high jump one, but I
Bombs
know
too.
space is either or bombs, and none were found at that point. So I see a Varia there. I'm thinking to myself, I don't have access to that either. I don't have mirrors. Like something's weird, right? And I get what you're saying, like it had to be somewhere, but it's just really unfortunate it was both of them.
Yeah, so after doing all those checks, like I had to assume that it was in like ice, and you get hammer after the movement item, or just the movement items were somewhere bad, and just had to go for it.
Yeah. Duck, I'm going to pivot back to you here. Ice Palace, unfortunate turn of events there with the Freezor. I don't want you to dwell too much on it. It's just a call out there. I think that's a big turning point, like hindsight in the race.
I wasn't I mean, I didn't have I couldn't get down. The problem was, so like this happens to me where
there's the switch, right?
Yeah. So I found Fire Rod. I'm like, I'm in go mode. Time to go fast. And I just like, because like I was coming in with a certain way of doing the dungeon, and then I found like theoretically go mode, even though it wasn't. But I didn't know that.
You have to go back and get the switch. So
yeah, and it just like completely changed my mind. I mean, the same thing with like that's what happened with Turtle Rock. Like I'm so like hammer is so often like early in these seeds that like I'm really bad not playing with it. And it was like, because I went up, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do all of Death Mountain, Dark Death Mountain. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go through the Turtle Rock portal. I'm like, oh yeah, I need hammer. And then like, so it completely just like changed the way I was routing it. And then I forgot I had to like hop back over there to at least look at it. And like, I made a couple other mistakes like that too.
Yeah.
I think there was some other dungeon or something that I played wrong as well.
Was it Misery Mire by
yes,
chance?
it was Mire. Yeah.
I wasn't gonna bring it up, but now you're talking about it.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying.
Ivan's question. Ivan's question: can we ask Duck if he lost his vision after picking up boots? I think that's a great way to call it out, because I was like, what is he doing? What is he doing? Everyone's like, he's got the big key. I'm like, that doesn't explain why he's rotating around like an electrical football player on one of those like 1980s boards. Like,
I mean, it was. I found the boots, and then it was like, because it was like, I'm going through the motions of the dungeon. I'm like, I'm going to full clear Mire. And I find the boots. I was like, oh, you know what's really a better idea is going to Vidi, and like, I should probably turn, because I'd already made a couple mistakes. I'm like, I should probably turn it up a bit. And then it's just like I mean, like, I think most people think of me more as a speedrunner than a rando player. And it's just like, with speedrunning, it's like, you do this. And it's like, that's my big weakness in rando. It's like the second, like, you find something and it shifts your thinking, I just shut down like some sort of like badly programmed robot. So it's just like, oh, I want to go to Vidi, like exit through any door, even though like I know, like I don't think of the dungeon like spatially. I'm just like going through the motions. So like once I have to start thinking, it's just like I enter like random mode or something. So I just went out the wrong door, the door you never go into, and I saw 4 slugs. I'm like, this probably is wrong. And I'm like, where does this door lead? I'm like, oh, it leads to some blocks I can't get back.
Can we coin this as like an actual phrase now within the community? Can we just call it like duckism or something like that?
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Osse took my bounce, so
yep, that's the payback, is the duckism. Another interesting one, Duck, I'll call out, is you actually didn't do ship peeps. Is another kind of blunder.
Yeah, so
but I called it out. Sorry, I was gonna say I called it out. That's a very common one to kind of forget, and it's like not a fault to you or anything like that.
It wasn't. It was on purpose.
It was just an interesting. It wasn't on purpose, or
it was on purpose. So, like I know, like
okay, let's enlighten me on that one, please.
Well, so I just watching like Osse playing like the other finals, playing against Asma and stuff. Like I know it's somewhat of a common one to skip, and it's like my original plan was just I was actually talking to Osse the other day about checking the mid missile. With nothing. So it was flip. I wasn't even going to do it. I was just going to do the 2 items. There was some chance I was going to kill Fantoon and just come back and leave the entire top. But I saw the flip, was like, okay, I'm going for it. Like I had 2 E-tanks then, and like for a new route runner, that's easy. Yeah, thanks. So I found that, and it was just, but like the main, like doing sponge bath with PBs is a nightmare. Like you're going to use all your PBs that you need your PBs for elsewhere in the not dungeon, but that level.
Or you can just get it first try every time, like Osse or I. It's easy trick.
I mean, it's one of those like I hate that trick because like there's
Yeah,
the SM movement is like so fun and like there's so many fun things to practice and like that is the most boring thing on the planet. It's like just keep laying this power
it's like
bomb
Pog
underwater.
though. When you pull it out in a race like this, it's Pog.
Yeah,
especially the first time.
But like even that, it's like because I was doing some just like timing it in like triple bingo, and it's like a minute plus long check. It's a long check.
I like to skip the check.
Yeah, it's just like I'm doing it early. I know I'm already getting flippers. It's like I'm playing Osse. It's like I got to be able to take some risk here, and that felt like a pretty safe one. Of course, like when the seed like just narrowed down and like was like Aga, I'm like, oh god, like
yeah,
because I had that. I still had Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah.
Because like early I was looking for supers because apparently one super has to be in Sphere 0, which is originally it wasn't like that, but I didn't. Stashio told me about that like a week ago. So
wait, what has to be in Sphere 0 or Sphere 1?
There's one super and one power bomb in Sphere 0. Always.
I think I remember hearing about that too, like a long time ago.
Like it was like a change like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well I didn't have
to open it. It was to open up the fill on it.
Yeah, and they were just so likely. And then like back in the day, we've both played seeds where like you didn't have power bombs and super, and it's just super awkward and annoying. So it was just like I
was like in the test seeds. I remember that. Yep.
Yeah. So I was looking for my one super pack, right? Because I'd like open and crate first and everything, but I had grapple. Even without grapple, I've at least tried a CWJ. So I've been liking that scout recently. Even with nothing, do a one try CWJ or two try CWJ and get those scouts. And then you can.
It's a good scout.
Yeah. And then option you can kill. It also has the option of like kill Fantoon and leave the top, right?
Yep.
In this case, like I was following grapple over to wreck ship, so I didn't even go for the scout. I just wanted to full clear it and got flippers and treated flippers as an important progression item.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I was unfortunately like I had that scout and like it ended up not paying off at all because I like if you saw my match against Andy, I didn't do like South Shore to like an hour and 20 minutes because I'm trying to combo it in with like Zora. So I tried to put it off a little bit. Yesterday was quite some time, but I was like, oh, flippers will allow me to get all the scouts. And then I find Moon Pearl in Red Tower. I'm like, oh, well, this basically didn't pay off at all because you could just get that Moon Pearl and still have it. And then like flippers basically wasn't useful till you, I guess book to ether at the end. So it kind of felt bad. And it's weird that like Osse was 100% going for it. And I wasn't going to do, I might have done Fantoon, but I wasn't going to do top if there wasn't something there. So kind of interesting that it sort of forced us both to do it.
It just seemed like a really weird seed to kind of flow and follow that progression chain like from the early to mid game too, because again, like getting those flippers was kind of weird, right? Because you're like, oh, that's important. Maybe it's the back of Meridia, right? Because now I can swim there or check Zora or Waterfall Cave, yada yada yada. And the bow was there, but I guess that led to ended up leading to your gravity, right? So that's kind of why it was there. But then after that, it was kind of like Bupkis right into the
and then gravity did lead to.
Like I used the flippers to backdoor Meridia.
Absolutely.
As a follow-up, but I don't think you needed to.
You didn't, because of where Titans were. Yeah, you didn't need to.
I think we both would have done that even if we didn't have flippers, though.
Yeah.
Was the way that seed was playing out. If like something else was, if gravity was in, if we didn't have flippers and we got the Dark World some other way, like I'm still backdooring Meridia there with the fake flipper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time like calling out any more mistakes on it because let's highlight like it's a 31-second difference race, like regardless of the blunders or whatever. It was a great race by both of you, and just kudos to both of you for a great semifinal match. A lot of people enjoyed this race. Like, you know what, the chat activity is great for it. Like a lot of people just had a lot of fun tonight, guys. Thanks again for a great race. Osse, you want to highlight? You know what, you're going to the finals. It's my teammate. How you feel about either Hydra and or Ivan? Easy match, right?
I don't know. Be a good match. Ivan's always strong. And then Hydra, I might have to look into. I don't think I expected Hydra in finals. So now I got to catch up on my research on Hydra.
There you have it, guys. Osse direct quote. They should be afraid of me. Weak and powerless against me. I'm going to crush them. It's going to be a great finals. It's going to be an amazing end of the tournament. Again, I think we have this semifinal match. I think it's Friday. Guys, correct me in
Friday.
the chat. Yeah, so Friday. That'll be a fun one to watch, and be a good kind of finalization and another SGLIVE tournament. Osse, again, you won the last SGLIVE SMZ3 tournament. Looking for the 2P. Get some good cash flow in the coffers there. Good for you. And Duck, I think you're leaving with some cash as well, so that's kind of nice at least.
Yeah, I thought it was only third place. I thought there was gonna be like a third place game, and I guess there's not, and it's just 3 and 4 both pay out.
Yeah, 3 and 4 are the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. Any final thoughts? Again, I'll just highlight it was a really entertaining, fun race to watch. I think it was a lot of strong play involved from both of you guys. You had those kind of blunders on both sides, but you know what? It's randomized for you, and overall, it was a great watch.
Yeah, it's definitely a great race. So thanks, Doc. And it sounds like Solsky kept it entertaining here on comms.
I hope so.
Yeah, solo comms can 3-hour game can be a bit much. So thanks for that.
It was a lot of fun, actually. I really enjoyed doing it solo for a change. So
I feel like that's a dig at me.
I mean, like, people are like, yeah, I can get you another good comm and stuff. I'm like, no, I kind of want to do it solo, right? Because I feel like you can have total control of, like, the topics and the flow and, setting up jokes and stuff. I feel like when you share, like, that mic space, it's good for some stuff. If you want to keep it professional, I feel like 2 comms is good. But, like, 1 comms can, like, really work as well.
Yeah,
in certain circumstances.
When I was doing Turtle Bingo, I like doing it solo just because, like, there was so much going on. It was easier just kind of rattle.
Yeah, I just like kind of talking too, so ramble on, I guess. But yeah, again, guys, thanks again for a great race. And again, Osse, good luck in the finals. Duck, get owned. And
I mean, I won the first one by 11 minutes. I lost this one by 31 seconds. So I've thrown down the rubber match challenge.
What is this? The Premier League, dude? Are you trying to say, hey, I won by time? Like, is that what's going on here?
I've thrown down the rubber match gauntlet for after SGL.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully Osse will indulge me in that and beat me by like 25 minutes or something to shut me up.
I do as well. But yeah, again, guys, thanks again. Have a great night, everyone. Take care.